You sure?
Hello, future selves and random internet wanderers. Welcome to our little D&D campaign, as usual, for our future selves at least. Um, as per usual, we start with announcements. Not like we
Mhm.
have a lot, but as always, thank you to God, I always forget their
Starts with
name.
an F.
The
Starts with
Feichter
an
Feichter
brothers.
Brothers.
F.
Feichter Brothers on YouTube, and then I also looked this up. Ian Grimm and Alexander Nakarada. They have all. I think some of them involve the same people. Not gonna lie, but they all have royalty-free music on YouTube or on their own websites. That you can find and use in your D&D streams and other YouTube advertising
I feel like I've
schemes.
asked you this
So
every time, but are you sure I shouldn't put that in the description somewhere, the other people?
probably now that I found out where they were,
Look, we
who
haven't
they
gotten
were.
DMCA striked, so it's fine.
I mean,
Yeah,
we
no,
have.
Yeah.
We've gotten
$0.
DMCA strikes on
What
like
are
every
you
single
doing?
video, but it's
Let
just
them
like
copyright
it doesn't
claim
matter
it with-
because it's not
so
a
what?
claim because we're not making money on it, so it doesn't actually
yeah,
matter.
so we're not making money on this. I don't think the plan is to ever make money on this, so I don't think it really matters.
Yeah.
But I'd rather not have like Ubisoft come after us and be like, "Don't use our music."
Mm.
Wait, like the Just Dance people, Ubisoft?
Yeah, I don't know. I just said a gaming company.
industry.
You know, like if you want to use like a video game soundtrack, like
Yeah,
like
yeah.
or something like that, like you
Well,
have
I
to
just wanted to play 90s pop, you know?
exactly.
If we are using a video game soundtrack, it has to be the Tetris one, like that Just Dance video. Did you guys remember that?
Yeah.
No.
The Russian national anthem, yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Other than that, sponsors for tonight. Daniel, who's sponsoring us tonight?
Surprisingly, nobody.
Oh, really?
Oh no.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
I got a
actually.
sponsor tonight, so I guess I'll pass it on to Jess. Jess, we have any sponsors tonight?
Yeah, it's Orbit Gum, you know? Keep your mouth minty fresh at all times. You know, for all those strangers you're not going to see during this global pandemic. But
It's
You
okay.
know,
It's over
Orbit.
already. They got a vaccine.
if I had
Got
to
it.
try,
Mhm.
yeah, that's true. Russia, 93% like success rate on their vaccine. Way to
Yeah.
go.
Pfizer coming along with their success rate too.
Yeah,
like
but that was only 90. Russia's winning.
Look, we'll just cancel coronavirus. It will be no more. All right.
Because Russia is telling the truth. Putin, I'm sorry, don't come after my
why,
family.
why do you
COVID
have
is
a
over, party.
blobfish?
Yeah, so I do
Virus,
have
we're
another
good.
sponsor for we're sponsored by Blobfish right now and marine wildlife in general. Yeah, Blobfish. Yeah.
Became a marine biologist. That was my
Yeah.
second degree.
I have an
Okay.
actual sponsor that's not
Wait,
Oh,
blobfish.
okay.
Do people
Well,
eat blobfish? Is that like
no,
a thing?
people don't eat
No,
blobfish.
I
This
thought
is
they,
just
they
like
look gross. But
Yeah,
it's
they do
very
look gross.
cute.
They're out of
But-
their natural habitat.
yeah, we don't actually
That
know
would
what
be
they
like
look
if
like.
you inject
This
the
is
sun.
hypothetically a dead blobfish. Well, no, we don't actually know what they look like alive. All of the ones that we have found are dead. We haven't actually seen an alive one. That's not an actual thing that's happened.
But like
But
all
this
the things
is-
people eat are dead though. Like
Yeah.
all fish are dead when you eat them.
But
yeah,
this
but
is
they
a dead
blow up
blobfish.
because they
Oh.
live at the bottom of the ocean.
Yeah, they live at the
so
bottom of the
they live
ocean.
in high pressure environments, so,
So
their
they
body
could look very different, but this is a blobfish.
yeah.
Love that.
This is what
But-
they look like dead.
We are also sponsored by Pure Leaf Cold Brew Tea, unsweetened black tea. For just when
Wait,
you need
Where's your
to
extra sweet stuff? You know, like what Henry
look,
drinks.
I can't. That stuff, that like, look,
Yes.
guys, I love sweets, I really do, but like that stuff will like murder your taste buds. Like it will poison you with
Wait,
sugar.
what is it?
Extra sweet. Like that brand, but they make it an extra sweet.
Pure
and
Leaf extra sweetened like black
And it's
tea or green tea.
disgusting.
Why don't you get like pure
Mhm.
leaf and just put honey in it?
Because
You can't.
Henry. Because Henry.
Henry, but Henry's also a sugar addicted person.
And
I'm pretty sure
caffeine.
drinks make up most of Henry's diet.
Yes.
No,
Yeah.
I'd say like let's say what your daily calories like what 2,100 roughly. I'd say like 1,800 probably come from drinks.
Yes. But I'm drinking this because I don't want something sweet right now, but I'm also emotionally and physically exhausted, so I need some caffeine. So cold brew tea.
No.
There you
Caffeine is
go.
also a drug, and be careful with your limits of it.
Caffeine?
If
I'm
you
fine.
want to
It's
sponsor us,
25
Ooh.
milligrams, so
Oh,
I'm
you, have to
fine.
drink, you have to have so much caffeine to kill you.
Like
It's
you
like a-
fool! I've been addicted to caffeine for the last 7 years of my life.
Whitney, are we sponsored by anything on your end?
yeah.
I've got this empty bowl of mac and cheese.
Yeah, empty bowls
you
of
go,
mac and
yeah.
cheese. Yeah, that's a
You
great
You an advent of
sponsor.
ceramics. Let's
Yeah.
go.
Yeah.
Alright.
If
Time
you
out.
want to sponsor us by chance, if you're someone who enjoys our content and wants to sponsor us, or if you just want to give us money, like we'll take your money if you want to give
We
us
have
money.
tuition we have to pay, so I
Yeah.
guess if we take your money, then we're a paid thing, and then we can't use these people's
That's
free.
true.
I guess that's true. But if you just want free advertising, I guess you can come to us.
Yeah.
Or if you just want to give us money, not tell YouTube or Twitch about it.
Yeah, if
and
you just
just
want to
pay
give
all
us
our
money,
tuition.
yeah, we'll
We
take
won't
money.
say anything at
We
all.
won't say
Yeah,
anything.
Hannah and Alex will link their PayPal in the description. below.
But
Actually, we prefer Venmo.
we
okay?
do have
Venmo.
an email
Please
on our
check out
YouTube
my
channel.
OnlyFans. Just opened.
And remember,
Okay.
Link in the
we
description.
Now we
Dogecoin.
know what Dan's doing in his free time.
Oh, God. Also, we are sponsored by water. Don't forget. We're
Oh yeah, water,
yes,
all-time
always.
sponsor, best
Yeah, they
sponsor.
are. Yeah, our only reoccurring sponsor, water, the life of the universe.
Is that the
water,
only sponsor
you're
we've had
living,
multiple
you
times?
can't live without it.
I
Yeah.
feel like we've had like chips multiple times.
Yeah, but not
maybe
consistently.
Not
Okay, yeah.
consistently.
Water is our most
water is
consistent
consistent.
sponsor. Yeah, water is
Like
consistent.
no one can compare to water.
No one
It's
can
water.
compare water.
What
Oh,
about Cola Zero
I should have
flavored
just got my
water?
other water bottle.
Just saying, everyone who has ever drank water has died.
That's true.
Just saying.
This is also true.
Hmm.
Is
So,
it
drink-
poisonous?
Drink responsibly.
Maybe drink responsibly. Yes.
Yes.
Oh, but you
Okay.
can literally drown yourself if you drink too much water. That's like
Yeah.
Like a gallon in an hour.
Although it's
2
like yeah,
gallons in an hour.
it's
It's a dumb amount. Of
it's a
water.
very high amount of water in a very short amount of time. So
And also,
it's
it takes 10 grams of caffeine to like kill
Yeah.
you. Okay, I've also looked this up. You really and like coffee contains like milligrams. It's like
Yeah.
80 milligrams of coffee.
you're
They
not
really
gonna
don't
die
like
from a
that.
caffeine
5
over.
milligrams.
Yeah,
so
you're not gonna die from a caffeine overdose unless you eat
Right.
straight caffeine.
Yeah, no, I've seen people get heart attacks from caffeine overdoses. Like they drink too many Red Bulls, or you drink.
Yeah.
You start drinking soda too much,
Yeah.
and then you combine that with like sugar, and
But you're not
eating a
gonna
lot of-
die from something like that
That's
just because the
sugar,
amount of
Hannah.
fluids in that will also circulate through your body.
Well, no, I watched.
Not
them
from a caffeine
have
overdose.
Heart attack, but it's fine. It's
Whatever.
Yeah,
I don't know
fine,
stuff.
Well, this is some good
fine.
D&D.
Let's
Yeah,
get on to
let's
the actual
in-
session.
I,
8:26, y'all.
final thoughts, guys. Any more stuff, or can I
Any more-
read a recap?
Where's the music?
Go for it. Read the recap. Yeah, music.
I'm about to play my music. God, y'all are mean. In our last session, questions and answers, the Wayfarers had defeated Cliff, the assassin that attempted to kill Guinevere, and turned him into the congregate for questioning. Meeting the Empyrean and Archmage at the prison, Thea, Guinevere, and Empyrean Komaya interrogated Cliff, learning some interesting information about Blazik and Smoke. Returning to Frozern's house that night, Sylvius had a strange and off-putting dream from the diviner, telling him that his item was ready. And the next morning, the party woke to take care of some shopping and building at various places such as the Diviners, Tome Depot, and the Expeditious Gunslinger. But, paying more attention to the scrying screens on their way home, the party notices that the House Wesset has been burned down and that Ariana and Frozern Wesset have died. Mysterious, because Frozern is standing right next to you. Confused and concerned, the Wayfarers gather their things and begin to head out to Frozern's home. So, it is probably close to 3 or 4 p.m. On horseback, I don't think we took the money off of how much it takes to rent a horse. I think for how many horses do you need? 4?
Oh, like,
Three.
Connor
It's
needs to ride,
3, because
yeah.
there's 6
Well,
of
no,
them.
Connor needs to ride solo, right? He's a big chunky boy.
Oh, that's true. Yes.
So 4 horses.
Yeah.
So that would probably cost around 200 gold pieces to rent, so like 50 gold pieces per a horse to
I
rent
have a
to
question.
from.
I'm
Mhm.
tiny. Do I ride my own horse or
You're
do I share a
small.
horse? Oh.
One. You're small,
and
not
Jack
tiny.
can exist
Small
together on a
creatures
horse.
still take up a
You
decent
can,
amount.
yeah, you can technically you can ride with somebody else, or you can just get a smaller horse like a pony and be fine.
Oh wait, you and Jack can't ride together.
3 horses and a
Neither one-
pony.
Oh, no.
You
Yeah,
can have
everyone-
all the small people on just one really big mule.
I guess me and Jack will share a horse
So,
then?
Did you say 200?
I'll
Yeah,
take
we
out
do that?
50 for mine.
Yeah, I'll say 200, so like
I'll
50
do
gold
50.
Okay.
per a horse. It's going to
Me and
take
Jack could both do 25. Oh.
um
Would deduct 25 from Jack.
yeah, oh yeah, Alex deduct 25 from Jack.
Oh, yes, sure.
To reach the small village, which Frozen will eventually tell you is named Chester. It takes 8 hours to reach there. Sorry, Whitney's face as he realized what the name was is really funny. So it takes 8 hours to reach there. You can either
I took a minute to realize why that was funny.
So you can either leave immediately right now, and you can reach the town of Chester by like right around midnight. But you will you have to make a con save or take a level of exhaustion. If you wait here until like if you take a long you stop preparing and you take a long rest in Endair, you could take a long rest until midnight, gather your things, leave at midnight, and go until and be at the town by 8 a.m. Or you can ride partially, like ride 4 hours, take a long rest in the middle, and then ride another 4 hours.
Yeah.
And get there by I think it's 8 a.m. still.
Or the other option is to wait. I don't actually know if Hannah said this because I kind of stopped
yeah.
paying attention halfway through. Wait until the day ends, stay in the city, and sleep in the long rest at the city, and then leave, and you'll probably get there around noon.
Yeah, so like if you guys had
Or
some
actually,
other
about
stuff you wanted
around
to-
2. Yeah.
Yeah, if you guys had some other stuff you wanted to take care of here in the city before you left, you could take care of that stuff tonight. Go to start your long rest at like 8 p.m., 9 p.m. Leave at dawn,
Mhm.
and then get there at like 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So you have
Frozen- Oh, sorry.
No, you guys have some options on timing. I just wanted to let you guys know that.
Frozen, how important is this to you
Yeah,
right
I'm
now?
leaving this to Frozen. It's his family in his house.
Well, they did say everyone was found dead, so not that pressing, but kind of pressing.
I mean, in my opinion, it's up to you. So,
I
Did
guess
we
we
get there
should
before
probably
the
wait.
FBI team?
what was that?
Was this before or after the FBI team's gonna come in? Like, are we gonna run into Jake Peralta before we're gonna get to?
Was it Brooklyn Nine-Nine now?
Wait, you don't know Jake Peralta, Jess?
I said Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Oh.
I understood the reference. Lonely Island, I think is the band's name.
Yeah.
I understand Andy Samberg, okay? Pop
Anyway.
culture references.
What are
Alright,
you doing?
I guess we could wait if you guys have business you need to attend to.
Nothing pressing.
Alright, do you guys want to go and just set up camp halfway there and get there by early tomorrow morning?
It's like a plan.
Okay.
Oh,
Are we
other
gonna
thing.
do our weapons or? Oh.
Yeah, so for the sake of brevity, you guys don't need to like explain in character what your weapons, but if you would like to show off things that you have gotten, you can. And also, one thing that we forgot to do, well, I guess we didn't really forget because I was paying attention to it. Since you were such lovely customers for Mingus, you gave him a lot of money. He insists that you take this item, and he's pushing this into your hands. Hannah, did you want to actually say stuff for him?
Yes, I can say stuff for him if you want.
Yeah.
I can do it.
Say
I
the
can do
quote
it.
too that I put.
Okay, hold on. Let me pull up.
Mm.
I wanna. It's so good. Since you were such lovely customers, really quite lovely. Simply, I just want to give you this item. I insist that you have this item. Really, quite insist. Simply remove the stopper of the bottle, and I shall arrive to fulfill all of your wishes. For a price, of course. And he hands you this.
Incense bottle.
A very pretty bottle called Mingus's Magical Mini Mart of Merchandise.
Nice alliteration.
That is a lot.
Yeah, it's the
Kids,
Tome
this is why you
Depot.
don't
I mean,
eat
it's the
caffeine.
Tome Depot. What did you expect from someone who names his shop that way?
Well, that's alliteration. Tome Depot's a play on words.
But he doesn't explain much beyond that.
Yeah.
Thanks,
But
humans.
essentially, it will explain a little bit farther. He says, "Look, if you need me and you're not anywhere around, just remove the stopper on this bottle, and well, you'll see my lovely visage just come and greet you with some of my lovely wares that I have on stock."
It's like Amazon, but one-time use only.
Wait, is it
Any-
one time use?
It's once a day. You can do
Oh,
it. You are
Mhm.
all such lovely customers. I love granting your wishes. It's just so much fun. You all have just creative imaginations, and I love it. And well, I'd like to reward my favorite and recurring customers with, well, better access to my goods and myself. Because if you're willing to spend this much here, well, if you need me, I'll be anywhere. As long as you have the coin, of course.
So wait, does he actually pop out of the bottle? Or like, is it like,
Doesn't explain this.
He doesn't explain it. Are you asking him?
Sure. I'm very confused right
I
now.
mean, a little bit. I mean, a smaller version of my store will appear. I will be called upon by the bottle to your location, so I may offer my wares and services to you as necessary. But if you wish, if I do not have anything on stock that day, you can request it, open the bottle the next day, and the next day I most likely will have it.
So if you're not, who's gonna be running the store when you're getting popped away?
I mean, I will.
that's where there's like multiple people versions of you.
Simulacrum?
I mean, no.
Okay. I suggest we give it to Cinder, who has the bag of holding.
Yeah.
Yes, Cinder will take it and put it in his bag. We should mark it on his character sheet that he
Yeah.
has it.
I mean, it's in everyone's journals. I don't know that we necessarily need to mark it,
It probably does.
as long as someone knows that they have it.
I know, but
Yeah.
if they lose the bag of holding,
That's true. Okay.
they lose
Yeah.
all the stuff inside of it, which
It's
includes
not supposed to
Mingus'
be in
bag.
Hannah. Why are you taking away your bag of holding?
Well, no, I'm just saying. We're just saying if you lose it
Accidents
for any
happen,
reason,
You
yeah.
know,
Yeah,
you
it
shouldn't-
happens.
Someone
Accidents
walks by with a knife and just like
Yeah.
smashes
Touch
it.
or in bag of holding.
Or what if
and
you
then
get like really drunk at a party and then someone looks through your
Ouch.
bag of holding?
That's
Alex,
close
who
to
are
home.
you talking to?
That's already happened, Alex.
So yeah, if you guys want, we can show to everyone each of the, like, we have little mini stat blocks for each of the items, so I can just do a show to everyone quickly to go through the items if you would like us to. That's only if we have your permission to share
you
your
guys-
items. If you
Fine.
want
I
to
don't
show
mind.
your items.
Yeah,
Mm.
so we'll go down by the voice chat, so that way it's easier for us. So Daniel,
Hashtag call.
Yeah.
aka Sylvius, you got this. The warp.
This is very dramatic music.
Thank you.
Oh, you did not do it properly, I don't believe.
Well, okay, then you handle this.
Okay,
then I
yeah.
don't care.
There we go. The Warped Ward.
Pretty cool. I will just do quick summaries of them. It's a shield, which essentially when you're hit by a ranged attack, or a ranged spell attack of 5th level or lower, you can spend a charge on the shield to open a portal and attempt to block the attack. If it's successfully blocked, you don't take any damage except for a little bit of blowback from the portal. And then you can create another portal within 30 feet of you and redirect the attack against a creature of your choice using the original attack roll.
Yeah.
So it's pretty cool.
Pretty great for all those people that love to use poison on us.
Pretty
yeah.
good for all those people who love these poison. Yeah, so it's pretty awesome. I have it in my other campaign thanks to the lovely Quinn who made this item.
Shoutouts to Quinn if you're
Shout out to
watching.
Quinn. Then is that the only item you got?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, Daniel's was pretty short. Jess, Thaya, you got some cool stuff.
Do you want to
Yeah.
show it off?
You can, but I'm gonna preface for my weapon. None of you, in fact, see said weapon.
Oh,
Oh, yeah. 'cause
Ah.
it's fancy, right?
Yeah,
it's fancy.
I no longer. You can only see a dagger.
Hmm. This is the rapier that Jess selected. It's just a +1, and then when you roll damage for it, oh, actually, it's a +2 because you used your other thing on it as well. And whenever you roll damage, it's like exploding dice. So if you roll max damage, you roll another max damage again.
Wait.
Or sorry,
Can
if
it-
you roll
can it
max damage, you
theoretically
roll another
produce
d8.
Infinite damage?
Hypothetically, if you get
I like
super
the-
lucky, but that's not gonna
The
happen.
likelihood of that happening
Yeah.
is super low.
But like, it's also actually coded properly too. So like, because there's exploding
Ooh.
dice in
Maybe if you can see it and you scroll up
Oh,
in the
whoops.
chat.
Actually, it should be our.
Yeah.
Yeah, let me do an example of 5d6 to hopefully.
You
Yeah.
can scroll,
So-
you can scroll really far up in the chat.
Yeah, you can scroll really far up, but like, so I rolled 5d6. 2 of them were 6s, so I rolled an additional 2. And so if any of those were 6s, I would roll another one, and it would continue on from that.
It's pretty
Except
cool.
with d8s, it's pretty cool.
And then the second item
The other
Oh.
thing that
is
Not a dress.
not a
Yeah.
dress.
Not a dress, but yeah,
It's close.
Not a
cloak
Uh,
thing of defense. It's stylized as a dress of defense, but it can be whatever. It's just +1 to AC, and as a bonus action, you can speak the command word and make it +3 to AC for 1 minute, which recharges at the next dawn.
I will point
Right.
out that it is +1 if you're wearing no armor.
Oh.
Yeah.
But-
okay.
You can but what we can do is we can be nice and essentially make it like a cloak of protection and make it
You don't have to. It is up to you. That is a misreading.
what we could do
I actually
is
misunderstood that as well, so.
as
Oh,
a
did you
bonus
say that to
action,
me
you
yesterday?
increase your
Oh.
AC to by +3 for 1 minute. We could do
Mm.
that once a day
Yeah.
if you want to do that.
Sorry, Pete. Sorry.
Instead of +1, you essentially wouldn't get the +1 bonus to AC because you're wearing no armor, but we
Yeah.
could do the bonus to be +3 as a bonus action for
Yeah.
1 minute
Okay.
once a day.
So you still have +3,
Yeah, that's
At
good. to
As
your
an
me.
beck
additional.
and call.
yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
But you
I'm
don't
good with
have
that.
the constant +1.
+1.
No, that's fine. I'm good with that. Unless,
Oh,
like,
didn't you
usually-
show me this dress yesterday?
I did
Yeah,
show you the
you're-
dress yesterday.
you're
We
showing a
suggested
lot
it
of
to
people
multiple people because it's a very good item, at least in my opinion.
Oh, and not listed. I have 2 messenger rings because I feel like it's something would be beneficial.
Yes, that too. Messenger rings, which we didn't do a block for, but yeah.
Doesn't
Yeah,
matter.
messenger rings, essentially you cast the message spell within how long was the distance we said? Like 1,000 feet or
Yeah,
a
1,000
mile?
feet. If you're within
1,000
1,000 feet of the.
You can
wielder.
touch the messenger ring and cast the message spell.
Mhm.
Pretty cool, pretty useful. Then we have Whitney didn't get any magic items currently. If you want to get magic item, Whitney, you can retcon that and tell us.
Your
But
initial search was probably also like looking for information about how you could get information about this item.
yes, you're
The
making
deck and
a
many
special
things.
item if you want.
Oh,
wish to
sorry.
Talk about that, Whitney.
I'm trying to build the deck of many things, which does many things. Most of them good, half of them bad, a lot of them very weird. It's
But
gonna
always
take a
very-
while, and we're probably gonna have to take you guys on a side quest to get it.
Sounds like a fun
Usually,
time.
if my character is
Yay.
destroyed after
Yeah.
creating it, which is a very high likelihood.
Yeah.
Fine.
If you want to get magic items, let us know, and you can have bought those magic items beforehand.
Nah, I've got enough bonus actions with my new infusions.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you artificers have crazy amounts of magic items and infusions, so like
Mhm.
you guys will only be getting more artificer able to attune to new artificer stuff like items soon in the upcoming levels. I figured
Yeah,
I should-
10th level, you get one more magic item.
infusion.
Oh, yeah, I was talking about magic
Attunement
items.
slot.
Yeah,
That's what I
attunement
meant,
slot,
not
yeah.
infusion,
Connor
attunement slot.
said he wants to make a harpoon, and I'm trying to convince him to do it.
I
I
mean,
think
he's making
harpoons
his
are awesome.
gun. He could make an harpoon attachment to his gun,
Yeah.
but that's another story. Zalek,
Hello. Hi.
Guinevere, your wonderful item that you
Yeah.
got.
What are you?
Cool.
What do you want to? Are you showing both of them? Or are you showing neither of them? What's up?
You can show both. I don't really care.
Okay, cool.
Cool.
So this is the first one. Fists
Fists
of the Guiding Star.
Pretty
Pretty cool.
Yeah, you use a bonus action to spend a key point to make a small mote of starlight to guide a creature you can see within 30 feet of you, giving it advantage on the next attack roll it makes before the end of your next turn. If that creature's next attack hits, the attack deals an extra radiant damage equal to your martial arts die plus your wisdom modifier. So that means like our rogues, both of them in the party, you don't have to hide to get advantage if she would give you advantage. She would just have to spend a key point to do it.
Yeah.
And that goes for anybody too. So like she can give like I'm just saying rogues because rogues are super bad.
Yeah,
advantage.
rogues like
You
really
can-
like advantage.
But like this totally is helpful for Daniel and both of the artificers who are melee heavy, melee spell
Mhm.
heavy.
Yeah, but like the important part is that you can cast light as an action. So
That's true.
That-
Yeah,
that
you
is
can
true.
cast
You can
light.
cast light. That's the more important part though.
Mhm.
So that's one of them. Pretty cool.
The other
And then I
one,
want to show the other one is pretty dope.
Blood Fury.
Don't
Tattoo.
mind the boobs, guys. I
Hey,
apologize.
Yeah.
we're
We're being
not
demonetized.
POS yet.
It's so hard.
Don't mind the shoulders. But essentially, it's a tattoo. It's black in its center. And the highlights or shading are done, or it's black in the entire thing, but the highlights and shading are done in gold in the center, and then as you transition outward, it turns into red at the shoulder blades. So instead of being on the front, it's on the back between her shoulder blades and wraps around her deltoids. What it does is her attack rolls score a critical on a D20 roll of a 19 or 20. And then when you score a critical against a creature, that target takes an extra 2d6 necrotic damage, and you gain a number of temporary hit points equal to the necrotic damage dealt.
Mhm.
So pretty cool.
Also,
Okay,
little.
Sorry.
Sorry, what were you
Um,
saying?
Remember I was asking about the +1 AC on the gloves? I just completely forgot about it. Can you add that in there?
Oh, did I remove it? Oh, wait, no, we never actually did it. Yes, I can add that onto the thing.
Awesome. Thank you.
Also, keep in mind, so for anyone watching at home, and also to just everyone in general, most of these items are from Griffin Saddlebag,
Saddlebag. Pretty cool.
and
Love them.
also, but like we still homebrewed some of them to keep them at the level. So I think if for like particularly the Blood Fury tattoo, it was originally 4d6, and there was another ability, so we removed those to keep it still at this level.
Yeah, and yeah, I'm a patron of Griffin Saddlebag. They're super awesome. Go support them. You can get a bunch of cool, really awesome items. But you can also get a bunch of their free items on their Instagram and Reddit. So
Yeah.
check that out. But Jack and Cinder got some items, which I think Cinder wouldn't mind us sharing his. His is my
Yeah.
favorite.
We didn't
I love
actually
it.
add him. But
I'm a little biased toward his.
uh,
So it's called the Amulet of the Sentinel. It does a lot of cool stuff for you guys. So essentially, the amulet has 8 charges and regains some daily. It has 3 uses. So the first use is when you roll initiative, use your reaction to expend 1 charge to add your proficiency bonus to the roll, so that helps him. Protection, when you see a creature within 30 feet, it suffers a critical hit. You can use your reaction to expend 2 charges and turn it into a normal hit, disregarding any effects caused by a critical hit. And then the last one, which is super good for you guys, is called Vigilance. When 1 or more creatures you can see within 30 feet of you are forced to make a saving throw, use a reaction to expend 2 or more charges. For 2 charges, you grant 1 affected creature of your choice advantage on the saving throw, and for every extra charge, you can pick an additional creature.
mhm.
And you can choose this after seeing the roll, but before the GM says whether it succeeds or fails. So, like,
Mhm.
he can see your rolls, go, that's probably not going to
Yeah.
succeed.
If someone like
Hey!
crit
Mhm.
fails, they get. You can give
We're
them stuff.
talking about you
Yeah,
right
we're,
now.
yeah,
Actually.
we are
Yeah.
exposing you really hard right now.
Yeah.
Connor.
We shared the amulet of the Sentinel.
I don't
with
know if you
them.
can ever come back from this one.
We
Wait,
were.
wait.
We've
I'm
been
here.
sharing magic items, and so we shared the amulet of the Sentinel.
Yeah. We figured since we didn't do it on stream, and also nobody else, like, we did it very much individually, we would do a show and tell of everyone's cool magic items that they got. Which is a lot, by the way. You guys are getting some cool magic
Yeah.
items. And then finally, Jack got some cool magic items. If you want to start with one of them.
I'm gonna start with the.
Wait, should we do it the way he said?
I mean, if you want to roleplay that out, sure.
No.
Did he get a gun?
I
No,
wish.
if only. Okay, so
If
first we're gonna go with the
man.
Mistwalker armor. So,
There's a lot
basically,
going
he
on.
can cast a 2nd level fog cloud, which makes it a 40-foot radius, and as long as he's within the fog cloud, for one, the fog doesn't obscure his vision at all. He can see through it. And he can use his movement to teleport, but he needs to like use his movement to do it. It's basically opportunity attack free movement. And we also ruled that the ever smoking bottle he can also use that ability for, so he can teleport through ever smoking bottle stuff. He can see through ever smoking bottle stuff.
I don't think he can. Oh no, never mind. It does, yeah, never mind. Yeah, sure.
And so yeah, it's super cool. And then the
Super cool.
other one is
Foggy
Wow,
Village.
these
two.
short swords are insane.
Yes, the Aurum and Argentum of +1 warning. So since one of his short swords is of +1 warning, we're just gonna rule the silver one is of +1 warning, and then he had to get another gold one, which didn't have that enchantment on it. But these are pretty cool. While you have both of them, you get +1 to attack and damage rolls, and when you do 2-weapon fighting with both of them, you basically don't need to go under the normal effects. You can just attack normally. You can add your ability modifier to the damage of the second attack. And you make the second attack with advantage if you hit with the first one. And if you hit with both of them, they take extra damage. And they can't make opportunity attacks against you. For the rest of the turn. Yeah.
So pretty cool. Pretty cool. It's not like extra super powerful, but like one of them is +2 technically.
Mhm.
And the other one's +1, so that's pretty cool. Yeah, so that's exciting. Everyone got cool weapons and armor. I'm very happy for you guys. It was a lot of fun picking out magic items to help you guys. And now you have access to magic items on the go.
Yeah.
But back to the story. You guys have decided to make your way to the town of Chester to go find out what happened to the Wessett family. So you guys, from what it sounded like, you guys decided to spend 4 hours riding, take an 8 hours long rest, and then 4 hours to make it there by 8 a.m. 8 a.m. You guys spend your time, uh, and you ride, and it's quiet. It's also it's getting dark. It's not dark quite yet. By the time you guys decide to settle down for the night, like 8 p.m., now it's starting to get dark. So yeah, you guys can set up. I don't think we're gonna make you guys do watches. This is a very well-traveled road, and you guys are level 9 adventurers. You guys can pretty much handle anything that comes your way. Um,
Mhm.
so we'll just say you guys take a watch. You sleep soundly
Can I
through
do
the night.
one thing?
Yes,
Mhm.
of course.
I'm gonna spend 1 hour and do one check on my poisoner's kit and just try and create some like acid that I can put on my blade.
Yeah, of course.
No, whoops, that was the wrong one. Oh no, I moved you to the wrong map.
Hey. Oh, we
Then 19 allow me to create poison.
Okay, let me one sec.
No.
That's a good question.
That isn't the
Um,
question.
Dang, it doesn't actually say in the poisoner's kit thing a DC for making poisons.
It's gonna be like a 15 because like it's standard.
I mean, it's up to you guys. Not D&D.
Uh,
I don't know what it is. I don't. Harvest poison from a poisonous creature.
oh, there's crafting poison rules.
Sorry, I
Um,
need
Is
I
it
need
for
to-
3.5? Because that's what I got.
no, I found one in the DMG.
Does it matter like what type of poison it is? Like, if are you
It
making
does.
like
There's a-
cyanide or?
Assassin's poison. It's not even like sciencey stuff. It's like basic poison and then assassin poison.
We
Does
can
the
move on.
assassin poison
We
the
can move on
70
and get
thick?
back to this. I don't really. It's not super
Something-
in depth.
I think,
mean,
okay,
that's
you
a lot
create
better
the
eyebrows.
basis for a poison, let's say, and if you were to find something that has a poisoning effect, you can add that effect to your poison base. That's enough to do that. But you
I
would
can
need
find
to
something
harvest
poisonous.
something
Okay.
poisonous to.
Okay. Okay, I can
do
agree with that. Good. Thank you.
Cool.
Yeah. You guys make your way a peaceful a night of rest. Mostly. It's plagued by thoughts of what's happening to the Wessex family at Frosian. You're having a bit of a hard time sleeping. I mean, you just heard that your mother died. This is
And also
this
you
is
died.
still- and you died. So that one's pretty weird. That was a little weird. Not gonna lie. But your mother died. That's less weird, but still sad. Or at least supposedly. So it's a little difficult to sleep that night. But you all have a somewhat restful night, and you wake up in the morning and make your way, continuing on the road early in the morning before the first sun comes up. Um, and make your way into the town of Chester. It's quiet. There's not many people. It seems like a very small town, mostly residential in nature. Um, you don't see anybody really, um, like wandering the streets. But probably Thaya, with your passive perception, looking ahead, you can see there is a single temple to the Raven Queen, where you can see that there's many people at, and then farther down, farther north, not too far away from town, but a little bit of ways away, on top of a hill, sits a obviously burned house.
I point this all out and I go, "Is that your home?"
I think you're muted.
Whitney, you're
What?
muted. Not you,
Okay.
Jess.
Okay,
Whitney.
sorry. I was like,
Sorry, I had to sneeze and probably just didn't unmute myself. I'm gonna be like, yeah, that's it was. It's gone now.
join the club.
So, Frozen.
Hey, I'm new to being a war orphan. I'm sorry. I don't know how to
I was doing the
handle it.
whole childhood
Frozen.
family burned down. Same difference.
So, who are you if Frozen died in the fire then?
Good question. I don't totally understand that, but I'm pretty sure I'm Frozen Wesset. You know.
Are you? Is there
Do you
another
have a
Frozen woman?
clone?
Yeah, is there a senior?
Is there a sugar
the
daddy?
third?
Oh.
The third?
When
You know, are you the
as a
second?
child?
Let's see. I'm pretty sure my dad's name was Zarin. My grandfather's name was Leofwine, and my mom's name was Ariana. So
Not a Frozen.
Did you have
Yeah.
siblings?
no, not to my knowledge, unless I have been missing for a while though. Well, I don't know. I'm gonna go investigate, see if I can find
Wait,
any
wait,
bodies
wait.
to bury.
Why were you? Wait, did you just leave your house like you're missing, or like did you just like peace out, like go to college? Bye.
Are you totally from the Empire, or yeah, you're a bit off, aren't you? There's some super secret government-y stuff going on, you know? And,
Uh-oh. Oh,
Is your family
most
involved
of
in anything
these
shady?
people don't know.
Is your family involved in anything shady?
I don't think my well, yeah, we're a military family. We've probably fought in almost every single war for the last 100 years or so, if not longer.
Do they have any enemies?
Well, I just kept
Probably,
silence,
almost definitely.
Yeah, I mean, if they're government workers or like military, they can't be on good.
Yeah, probably. I don't know. They didn't have any particular strong magic alignment except my mother.
Was your mother a magic user?
Sort of. I think she was a low-level warden.
How long have you been gone?
Oh god, it's coming up on. Let me check. Do we know what year it is?
It's probably been like 5 years.
Yeah. It's been like 5 years.
You spent all that time in the silence.
Among other things, yeah.
So if they identified your body here, but you're still alive, then whose body did they identify?
sugar
Good
daddy.
question.
Unless
I
they
guess
didn't
we.
want to identify it and just like cover up.
Yeah. I mean, like, if the house is
Hey,
burned and
I did
it's
a
not
great job of faking my death the first time.
Lovely. Question.
But yeah, I'm gonna
Why
go
don't we
investigate.
talk? Why don't we talk to your neighbors and everything? Do you have anyone we should talk to?
We can come back to the peasants in a few minutes. I want to make sure. I want to see if there's anything salvageable before they get their grubby hands on it.
The peasants?
I'm joking. They're okay-ish from what I remember. I'm sure most
Please
of
tell
them
me
have
he
moved out
considers
though.
peasants like middle class workers.
Oh, peasants. They own their own little hovels next to the big. Alright, sorry. I haven't been here for a long time, okay? I
I think
spent
we're
a lot
learning
of my
a lot
childhood in
about
Endair and Kavishner.
We are learning a lot
What
about
was that?
Spent a lot of my childhood in Endair and Kavishner and most of my adult life all over the Empire on military
Ben,
campaigns.
I
This
have a
is
question
like
then. You went by a different name before we entered Endair. Why is that?
because I was pretending to be a silence member.
Mm-hmm.
Facts.
No one would question a dragonborn, but just a random human.
Yeah, this is true.
Yes.
Yeah.
Flex.
Racial stereotyping does exist in this world.
Not great, but also the main colony of Dragonborns are all mercenaries. So,
Yeah.
Well, like, it makes sense if he, works for that,
if it works for them.
So I'm gonna go talk to the neighbors and see what exactly happened.
Okay.
Or the peasants, as Frozen
Yeah.
likes to call it.
They're fine people, I'm sure. I haven't seen them in a while. They're not
He
actually.
doesn't interact with the lower classes.
He's the
Hey,
1%.
I've met
Just
plenty
saying.
of soldiers from the lower class that are perfectly fine.
Rich
Uh,
boys.
you as you guys kind of make your way further into the town, you guys to go to the mansion and go to the house, you have to pass by the temple. And as you get closer, you realize it's a temple to the Raven Queen. And a
Oh,
small
nice.
group of people are gathered in the graveyard behind this temple, which facing what appears to be a short man standing between two large coffins. Most of the group has their back to you guys, and and you can hear the sounds of crying and sniffling coming from many different people within this larger group. Um, yeah, but do you guys ignore that, or do you guys go on and try to find some of the peasants around, like go up to the mansion?
Follow Frozen's lead for me.
Hey, do you guys see two coffins over there? That seems like it could be what we're looking for.
Yeah.
Do you want to excavate a coffin though?
Well,
Yeah,
wait,
but,
do you
like-
want these people to know
Yeah,
you're
I
alive?
want to see who died instead of me, and I have
Oh.
to know some special funeral stuff.
Wait, do we want to
Frozen.
interrupt the funeral or come back?
We could listen in, see who it is.
Yeah, we could pretend to be grievers.
You also
Do you
have to
wanna
think that
disguise
if the
yourself?
cause of death was immolation, then probably the body's irrecognizable, right?
Maybe. but
Probably
there's
the
a
closed
magic way
cast.
to do
It's
that.
worth investigating it though. I agree.
Yeah, Frozen, you just need to disguise yourself.
Unless you want everyone to know
Yeah,
you're
that'll be
alive.
smart.
Yeah, alright. Wait, would any of the people in the town have ever seen me in my armor?
You would
Most of
stick
them
out for 'em.
probably wouldn't. You don't know who's at this funeral though.
Alright, yeah, I'm just gonna walk up to the funeral then. I'm gonna take a chance.
Are you just gonna like walk up quietly, like stealth check this?
I'm just gonna walk in like a normal person. Just like a
Okay.
normal mourner.
We
Oh,
do, want us to
God.
do, like, do you want us to do it like a turtle?
Turtle selling.
Do you want? You could. Not like
No.
the halflings and no would be much use, but
No, it's from the
I'll just-
back.
I'll just stand directly in front of Frozen, so no one can see him.
okay.
Like, I'll be his bodyguard.
It's a massive wall.
Approaching as you guys approach, you can approach a bit closer. The half elf person, which is the short man standing between the two coffins, appear to be wearing long black robes with beautiful white ravens embroidered along the bottom of it, and you can hear them giving a eulogy about how wonderful a leader, mother, and soldier Ariana was. Near the front of the group, Frozen, you see two very familiar faces. A tall blue tiefling woman with curling brown horns has pushed her round glasses up her face to wipe away her tears, as an even taller gray half-orc man has wrapped one of his arms around her shoulder while wiping his tears away with his other hand.
Cute couple.
These
Hashtag
are your
yes,
old
sir.
friends,
Yeah, you
Holly-
recognize them as
Holly and Curiel.
yeah,
Ethereal?
Curial.
Curiel,
Curiel, he's an orc.
half-orc.
Or half orc.
Yeah.
How do you spell his name?
Oh,
I haven't.
howdy.
Yeah.
I will put
No.
his name in chat. Curiel.
Oh, why is there an apostrophe?
It's Curiel.
Alright, I'm gonna stop walking forward and, who's closest to me?
Your bodyguard.
Probably Cinder.
Alright, I'm gonna whisper to Cinder, like, hey, do you think it would be a good idea, in your professional opinion, as a member of the size, that I should introduce myself to the people that I faked my death from a while ago, and then have them introduce to themselves to my new adventuring friends?
Oh my god.
Uh,
Oh my
Would
god.
they have a reason to attack you for any reason?
I don't think so.
I mean, if they're
Yeah, I mean, why
bunch
not?
of
I'm
peasants,
using my real name and end that year for bit anyway.
yeah,
Oh no.
go
Can you guys
for
hear
it.
me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Evan,
Okay, cool.
we are to bring you up to speed. Everyone did show and tell on their magic items. You guys are currently in the town of Chester, which is about an 8-hour journey north on horse, or northwest of Endair.
Okay.
And you're investigating the mysterious death of Frosian and
Hmm.
Ariana Wesset.
Okay.
And you're currently at a funeral apparently for at least Ariana. So
Okay. Also, I still have to level up my character because I'm dumb.
you
So
think
I'm
so.
gonna do that at the end, probably.
Yeah, just
Okay.
roll hit dice.
Hey, fuck off.
Um,
And your proficiency increases.
and your proficiency bonus increases, so it'll automatically do that. These are your old friends Holly and Curio, and as much as you recognize them, they're also very different. They appear stronger, and a bit older than you last remember, and carrying with them an obvious sadness and weight of responsibility that just kind of exudes from them.
On second thought, maybe you should do it a little bit more discreetly.
All right, I think I gotta do. Are the coffins open or
They are closed. Standing there longer, you hear the half elf, a person you recognize, Frosian, probably just barely, given your fact that you call them peasants earlier. You recognize that as Selman Chlorhana, the local pastor. Essentially, there's only one religious temple in this town. They are the only religious majorly religious individual. So Selman Chlorhana, and they begin to speak about Frosian. Frosian was a good man. He followed his duty and did his job better than almost anyone that many of us know. And after he returned from the few months he was missing, I think I speak for the town when I say that we have never had anyone as caring or as involved as when he returned from his service. His time in the military made him compassionate and giving in ways that many of us will be unable to pay back. May he, in his eternal rest, find peace and guidance within the Raven Queen's open arms, and may he find joy to be within his mother's embrace. And there's a bit more sobbing at this point, and a lot of people have bowed their heads in remembrance.
I guess
So you were a
I
church
will
boy.
pretend to be sad?
Pretend to be sad.
Oh, no, I can be real sad. I forgot. I'm sorry.
Get high on
Real
kids.
sad.
I mean, you're probably sad because your mom died, but
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
God,
what I forgot about that.
I don't know that you need to pretend to be sad.
I forgot to be
More
sad.
Random guy
Mostly
who's pretending to
5
be
years.
pretending to be
Not
dead.
a father's moment.
Well, everyone's sobbing and having their cry fest. Can I whisper to Frosian? So you were a church boy.
But no, I was a military academy boy.
Fucked up, man.
Wait, so they're talking about you came back to them? So was that
I
you
think-
or
I don't remember doing that. We might have an imposter here, but looks like the problem solved itself. But I'm still gonna investigate later.
I don't know, but if you're not actually dead, what's
Yeah, who's in there? Pointing to the
That's a
casket.
great question, but now is not the time to do so.
I agree.
Are you sure you don't want to disguise yourself in any way?
He has a bodyguard. It's fine.
I have a full face full of mail, man. I'm wearing full plate stuff
Yeah.
that's magic and glowing.
He has Iron Man armor on, which is a little weird, but most of the people seem too wrapped up in their grief to notice, and probably the two people that would recognize Frosier the fastest are currently hunched over sobbing. So
I have a question.
Mhm.
Can I look around and see if anyone's maybe not acting as sad as they should be?
make an insight.
Yeah, insight.
This isn't baseless, I don't know if that world.
Flash of genius,
North
why not?
Korea, goddamn.
Did you add Flash of Genius to that? You said
Yeah,
What
take
did
5.
5, so 22.
Everyone seems appropriately sad.
Okay.
Everyone seems legitimately torn up.
What was the
Um,
intention of this person again, exactly?
This is supposedly the funeral for Ariana and Frosian Wesset. Frosian Wesset is also in your party. That's Whitney.
Oh.
Whitney is
Not
playing as
dead.
Frosian Wesset and very much not dead.
Noted. Noted.
Well, we don't know. He could be undead for all we know.
However, you're
Yeah,
at
fuck
his
him.
funeral,
Treat
so
like
who
ghosts.
knows?
That's
What?
still pretty fucked.
It's fucked up. Yes.
Yeah.
It's true.
Can I kind of depart from like the stop party and go toward more of the house, the burnt house?
Yeah. Does
Sure.
anybody want to go with Guinevere?
If we,
I'll go
I
with
mean,
it, yeah.
if we're peeling off, yeah.
Okay. So who's going? So we got Guinevere, Thaya,
I'll go.
Cinder, and Sylvius. So that
I
leaves.
will not. Probably.
Grocer.
Yeah. So Jack and Frosian are gonna stay at the funeral. Okay. Cool.
Cinder, should you say, because we don't want anyone to recognize Frosian?
Well, he's wearing a full. We can't
Oh.
recognize him. He's
They
wearing full.
couldn't
Fair
hit me if they tried.
Yeah, the
I
only
don't
ones
know
who
it's
have a
Frosian, do I?
chance of recognizing Frosian in his armor are Holly and Kuriel, who are currently too wrapped up in their grief to turn around and notice.
Yeah,
I
I'm
put a
just
fake
saying for
mustache
type.
on your arm. Stick it all in there.
Evan, were you say something? Sorry, we kind of interrupted you.
Feel bad.
No, I was just making it explicitly clear that I would not recognize Frosian there. I'm just staying out of respect and not out of suspicion.
Hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, so we got Frosian and Jack at the funeral, and then the rest of you guys head off toward the mansion. So let's deal with some stuff at the mansion, and then we'll come back to the funeral. So you guys head toward the mansion. On top of a large hill, just north of the town, past the temple, sits a badly burned building. As you walk up this hill and crest it, you start noticing parts of it. The entire east wing of the house is burned, with most of the second floor and ceiling either caved in or burnt to ash. The west foundation still stands tall still, but it's badly burned, with most of the walls caved in or reduced to ash and rubble. Approaching the house even closer, some of the debris of the east wing looks like it's been cleared out and moved off to the side of the house. Like people were rummaging through it and trying to get to people or something. And it's moved enough to the side so you could walk fairly well through that area and investigate.
How far away was this house from like the funeral area?
It's probably about like a 5-10 minute walk from like the rest of the residential area. It's a little bit of a hike,
Alright,
but it's not like crazy far.
I'm gonna leave a messenger ring with the two stay behind. Whoever's not
Just
Yeah,
is that
uh,
out?
What?
Yeah.
Yes, you cut out a little bit.
gosh darn it. I said I'd leave a messenger ring to whoever isn't magical items.
Bring your mic closer to your face.
Are we on push to talk?
No, I'm not. I don't know why my internet's being poopy.
I think part of the reason why is your mic was open.
But I think what she was saying though is that she's giving one of her message rings to someone who doesn't have all of their
Yes.
attunement slots filled.
Does it require attunement? I thought
I
it
don't
did.
know. Oh, we didn't. Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah, it
care who I
doesn't matter, but
I'll give it to Frosian because he
Mhm.
probably know more what's going on. His family.
Cool. Yeah. Yeah, but you guys approach the area. You guys can investigate or look around as you see fit.
I want to try to find some people around, or like, is there like the peasants that could like explain what happened?
Make a perception check.
Awesome. Perception. 18.
Look,
Come on, no bad rolls today.
looking
And
around.
that
Yeah,
being lower than my passive percent.
some people can't be good at
Flex.
everything.
yeah.
Not everyone's a rogue or a bard. But you looking around, it appears to be almost completely deserted. You do see like smaller houses like off to the side a little bit on top of this like plateau like area. But they appear to be empty. they're most likely down at the funeral. Their bosses just died.
Oh, so Frozen had servants then. Okay,
Yeah.
we love that. Cool.
Cinder.
Yeah, I would want to try to figure out where the fire might have originated from,
Yeah.
like in the house.
Yeah, make an investigation check.
Follow, but not help. Because I'm
Can
no
we
good.
go inside the house even though it's like
Yeah, you
burned?
guys can go inside.
And then I'll add Flash of Genius, so 17.
17. Okay. So, yeah, you can determine a few things. The fire was definitely started inside the house. You are an artillerist. You are very familiar with explosions and fire and weaponry. And you just have a lot of combat experience. So looking around at the inside of the house, it was the fire was definitely started in here. It was probably started in the dining room, which is in the east wing. And it was because there was a lot more damage in that area. You also find that while there are many of the items in the house are burned, there are, looking around the house, most of the valuables are still there. Like, no one has come and gotten them. But there are several, obviously missing things from, several of the rooms. But mainly the trophy room, which is one room over from the dining room.
Okay.
Which you can tell because there's like shelving and like metal objects and like like bookcases and stuff that like
Very clear pedestals and things that would store
If I see,
trophies
like,
and stuff, and most of them are completely missing, despite the fact that this room isn't very well. Like, it's pretty badly burned since it was right next to the fire, but there's still pretty obvious signs that the stuff was taken because the
Yeah.
stuff in the other rooms wasn't taken.
do I see Cinder like poking around and look?
Yeah, I don't know if, I mean, unless
Bless
you're
your
being
hand.
particularly discreet about it, Cinder, I don't know that there would be a reason why she wouldn't see you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna ask. I guess I go to Cinder. I go. Can you like tell if this was?
You
You, you cut out at the end of the last bit.
Give me a sec. I'm gonna reconnect it. Like I said, can you see if this was started intentionally or by accident?
Am I able to ascertain that?
I'll make another investigation check.
Okay. But before this, I do want to tell Thaya about the trophy room, and potentially we could, since you have that ring, you could message
Yeah,
Frozen.
I'm not sure if we're in range, but I'll give it a shot while you do that. While he's looking at more investigation, I'm gonna try and contact Frozen and say, a lot of your trophies, or all of your trophies, seem to be gone. Can you hear me? Nice.
I'm gonna respond like, yeah, I'll be over there in a minute. I'm just waiting for the funeral to end.
What were these trophies made out of, Hannah?
Probably like some kinds of metal. Like
Yeah.
this is military stuff, so this is probably various like weapons of war that they've collected over the years, or amulets,
Magical
or
weapons, amulets.
magical weapons, or like medallions that they've
Mhm.
like honors they've won. Like the Wesset family is a very has a very long history in military. So
Nice roll.
Any of the items that remain seem magical, or are they all mundane?
Monday.
Oh, detect magic, yeah.
But with that investigation check, you learn a lot.
We know
Uh,
everything.
You find, surprisingly, with that investigation check, you find bloodstains in the trophy room and the dining room. And there is a candelabra that's like half melted that you find that has bloodstains on the one corner of it. And you come to this conclusion. The candelabra, because with investigation to check this out, you learn a lot.
Yeah.
You come to this conclusion. The candelabra was used to hit someone, most likely in the dining room, which is where the fire started.
This is a
Somebody-
clue.
This is clue, yeah.
Yeah, basically.
It's clue. Somebody else was also killed after the fire was started in the dining room, because there's a trail of blood from the dining room into the trophy room. But you can just barely see this stuff. Like most of the blood has been evaporated by
Yeah.
the fire or burned away. Like it's only because like you are like getting in there and looking that you can see
Yeah.
like, oh, there's some blood right there, and oh, there's some blood right there.
You
and
find like a slight scuff on the carpet where someone was probably like hit back or something, and so you're able to like just ascertain this by like your very thorough search of the room and the areas, and you find like very, very tiny blood stains that were left behind.
yeah. So you come to the conclusion, candelabra in the dining room
Killed someone.
killed
Back.
Killed
Someone
someone
did it.
and started a fire.
I
answer
have a
fire.
oh, the candelabra started the fire.
I mean, it was on
Probably.
fire.
Yeah.
But-
Okay.
So it was like dropped on a rug or tapestry and like.
Yeah.
and then it just didn't bother to put it out.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have a question. This is a weird thing, but is there any type of like DNA testing or like STR typing we could?
Fingerprint test.
Roll a
beforehand.
D100 to attempt to establish blood types.
Hypothetically,
You have an item, right? If you guys, because you guys are technically 9th level. If you guys had a full caster, you could scry
yeah.
on the blood to see, to be able to see it. But the thing is, none of you are full casters and have access to 5th level spells. So
Because I was gonna say like we could like compare it to like Whitney's blood and see if it like that
I
was a
am
mob.
gonna go to the candelabra, take a vial that I probably have from my poisoner's kit, do a little scratch into said vial. Of
Yeah.
bad
Try to get the
blood,
blood, and yeah.
Not do anything with it because I can't do anything with it.
yeah, this might be something to keep for like later on when
Yeah,
you
just
guys
for-
have access to
A
scry.
rainy day.
But can't wait. Only clerics can scry, right?
No, wizards can scry, bards can
Yeah.
scry.
Mhm.
So
A lot of people can
am I
scry.
just
Druids
writing
can scry.
Maybe.
vial of blood? Vial of blood?
Sorcerers can scry, I think. I just need to look.
Question mark?
Yeah.
Vial of
Mingus
blood
could
question
scry it, probably.
Mhm.
He charges for that.
Yeah.
He would charge you for that, but
What
he could
about
scry.
your Dr. Vergessen guy?
Dr. Vergessen could.
Dr. Vegason probably could.
Here we go. Bards, clerics, druids, warlocks, and wizards.
Well, does that mean that like Connor and Whitney could scry?
That
or not
means a
yet?
lot of us
No, there
actually
are.
do.
No,
Actually,
they're
that would
artificers.
mean I could scry.
Yeah.
if
But
I-
It's
Yeah,
it's
you
a-
could scry if you were
Yeah.
9th level.
If
Yeah,
you're a 9th level bard, warlock, you can.
but I'm not.
Yeah, if you were 9th level bard, you could also scry.
This is
Yeah.
all
Can
true.
I ask Thias so can you message Whitney that we might need a little bit of his blood?
He's coming back. When I
Okay.
talked to him earlier, they're gonna be up in a few minutes.
Wait,
Mhm.
I also want to ask. Could you ask if the caskets are open?
Oh, they weren't open when we were down there. Do you want me to ask if they have open?
Yeah,
them?
someone asked it before. They were closed.
They were
Okay,
close.
'cause I feel like we should investigate the bodies, if at all
Yeah.
possible, to
But we
see.
probably shouldn't do that in the middle of a funeral. That seems
Yeah, I
more
mean-
suspicious.
I was thinking like, so we could see like one if it is like those bodies are the real bodies, because if they're close, they could just be anyone, and
Mhm.
who has the bludgeoning, like the injury.
Yeah.
Fingerprinting on the candlestick. I'm doing right now in my molecular genetics class like all crime scene analysis. So like,
But, like, fingerprinting is super like useless in this universe. There gotta be races out there without fingers.
This is true. This
No.
is true.
gelatinous cube printing.
But we're gonna switch to the funeral.
Mhm.
It seems to be winding down after that eulogy about Frozern. It seems that they're doing a final prayer to the Raven Queen to guide their souls to not heaven, but to the
But whatever.
afterlife.
How many people are at the funeral? Is it well
Quite a
attended?
few. It's a smallish funeral, not nearly as many as you would expect for a high-ranking military family. But it seems that like many of the people there are just like commoners or like servants maybe to
Oh.
the house. So like maybe like 50 people or so have
Okay.
shown up.
Yeah,
but
it's still decently big.
many people have started to leave at this point. Holly and Kirill are still there, but even they kind of wipe their eyes and they turn around.
Do
And
we know how Frozern died? Was this like open casket or anything?
Oh, they said in the news bulletin, it said that their bodies were found burned, I think.
I see.
But actually, I should double check that. I don't know if I actually said.
All right, so there's only like 3-ish people there. It's the pastor, Creole, and Holly, right?
And me.
Yeah, so there's Holly, Pastor, and Creole. Creole and Holly have started to turn around, and they've begun to get ready to like walk away.
All right, I'm gonna slowly walk up to the coffin, open up Ariana's, put 2 platinum pieces on her eyes, and whisper a prayer to Paylor.
That's creepy. Okay.
I'm gonna.
As you approach the coffin, the pastor stops you and says, "Excuse me, sir, but you can't. Please do not touch the bodies. These are, we're gonna put them to rest, and we'd rather not have anyone interfere with that."
I'm gonna follow that. I'm gonna see what's up with him.
Which guy?
The
The no
The
touching
guy
one.
that just tried to get into the coffin.
pastor. Oh no, the
No,
guy who just tried to get
you
in the
know-
coffin was
You know
frozen.
that's
Yeah,
Frozen.
no,
No, you
Oh
know
wait,
that.
I know that.
Yes, yes, you
Yes, you
walked with
traveled
him.
with
You traveled
Frozen.
with him.
I would.
Frozen has been with you the entire time.
Oh, I thought that he was trying to keep us in the
No.
dark.
No.
No.
You would recognize his armor. You fight with him all the time. You recognize his armor.
You
Other
know
people
that this is
wouldn't recognize
Frozen.
him. But
Iron Man is at this funeral right now. Okay.
Yeah.
as you but as you're talking to this man, you hear a voice behind you go, excuse me? Where'd you get that armor?
Me?
Oh
Uh,
god.
I
Oh, no.
attempt to disguise my voice and say north of Endair.
Make a deception check.
Should get the
Well,
country
I'm
twist.
gonna need Flash of Genius for this.
Actually, make a deception check with disadvantage.
Yes, make a deception with disadvantage. Honestly, these are your old friends.
Stop. Let's go.
Nice job.
Okay.
Best
Best
stat.
stat.
Let's go.
The stat
Hannah, you
channel-
didn't do that roll.
Oh boy, what's that, a 4?
Yeah.
Oh great. Okay, I got a 13. Alright, it's gonna fail.
Terrible.
Just do the Batman voice.
Hold on.
On a
I-
force
I-
of Endair, out of the Artificer's
Oh,
College.
whoops! Did you? Never mind. You already did it. Sorry.
Holly has always, you know Holly, she's not very a perceptive individual into people. So she kind of just like nods her head very, kind of like, okay. But Curl kind of, his arm that was around Holly's shoulder like stiffens and falls to his side. And you can see him put one hand on the blade next to him and he goes, "Where did you get that armor?"
Alright, I go really carefully and I flash my Dove Signet ring at him and I'm like,
Oh god.
it's not worth asking that question.
Well, he's gonna kill you or realize who
The
you are.
Dove Signet ring is for the size, right?
Yeah, oh wait, yeah, he's not gonna know that. Dang it. Alright, I'm gonna go, okay, retcon that. Instead, I'm gonna slowly take off my helmet and I'm gonna be like, don't tell anyone.
Freeze right there.
This is like.
When
This
he
is Iron Man.
sees you, he draws his sword and puts it to your neck and says, "Who are you and why are you impersonating Frozen?"
Okay,
we're
I
gonna
will step.
take a
I will step
break.
in at this.
Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna take a break right here because it's 9:30.
Uh,
9:32. We'll pick up right there when we
Mhm.
come back. In the meantime, everyone go get food and stuff. I thought Quinn would move it another half hour.
Did she-
Quinn!
Did
Tell,
you
no,
not?
tell,
Oh no.
we'll all, give us her number. We'll all yell at her.
Yeah.
Show
I will
show-
FaceTime
show
him and yell
these
at him.
strangers.
Do awful Australian accents too to make me feel
Yeah.
more at home.
Oh, good day, Nick. Trip on the
What
party.
did you do? I
My
feel so
name
bad
is-
asking them to move the
Oh, no.
session back a half hour.
Well, I figured that they were going to ask him again. It's
I know!
yeah.
Hannah, give us their discords and we will give bad Australian accents and stereotypes.
Here, wait.
to
I'll
them.
do it now.
Okay, I feel
See,
bad
they-
for
no-
constantly asking.
Hannah, they
Feel
have no
no
right. They're
regret.
on a colony that was created for prisoners, okay?
Hmm Technically, so is Georgia. Technically.
Technically, so is
Yeah.
Georgia, and we
Yeah,
care
but
about
are
one
any of us from Georgia?
No,
No.
this is also true.
It's Quinn from Australia.
It's cool.
Yes.
Ah,
Therefore,
Quinn's cool though. They had the Emu War. That was
So
pretty dope.
everyone's cool.
You
So
are.
what?
I mean, Quinn's pretty awesome. They make magic items for us.
Why are you gassing him up on your Twitch stream? We've not sponsoring us.
Her up. Quinn's great.
Oh,
Promotion, crossover episode, you know?
Crossover episode.
one
First
shot
seven.
coming to you December
Is your,
19th.
is your
You guys
Christmas
are-
thing, are you gonna cross us over or no? For your Christmas, like, are you inviting them to play or any of them?
Probably not. We would have to play pretty late at night for them to be able to play.
What time is it in Australia right now?
9:30 a.m.
Ew.
Sunday.
So you're just saying we'd have to stay up late, or they could wake up a little early.
This is true. I was almost invited to play in the 6:30 a.m. game they play on Sunday mornings. Our Sunday mornings, their Sunday nights. But that
That's a
would
lot.
conflict because I would have only had 3 hours of sleep, and I was like, no. So instead, I just play with them once. No, we probably won't do a crossover event. One that'd be like 10 players. I'm not about that life.
Yeah.
8's enough.
What if we do 3 DMs? Me, you, and
Ugh.
Quinn.
That would be hell. I don't think Quinn would be able to work with that.
No, not at
that I
all.
don't like Quinn, but like it's like Quinn has a very different DMing style than
That's
Alex and I.
true.
Quinn's a lot harsher on us. Not that Quinn's a bad DM. It's just that like her world is just like it's super cool. It's also like dangerous as hell. So there's that.
Oh, Connor, guess what?
What?
You can add a harpoon to your gun.
Yeah, I mean you
Wait,
can
I did
If you want to, you can.
yeah, after you build your gun, you can make
After
a
you build
harpoon.
it. I'm gonna go to the bathroom. Be back by like 9:45.
9:45. Also,
Because-
Connor, Evan, are you here? No, Evan's not here. Connor,
Evan's
you're
here.
Evan's
Okay.
muted.
He's
He's
muted,
gone.
but he's wait. Is his I can very clearly see his face on Roll20.
I can't
Stop
see his
stalking
face.
me.
Maybe he's doing something else and forgot his thing was recording.
Okay.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
anyway,
What's up?
yeah, okay, cool. Connor, Evan, I didn't want to say it on stream, but I really don't care. But we're gonna be doing I will be doing a Christmas one shot, a holiday one shot, if you will. Sometime.
Wait. I was literally just talking to Gabby's brother about wanting to try D&D. How many spots do we have open for this?
I mean, I was gonna keep it. It was just gonna be me DMing, so it would have been
Oh, okay.
Alec,
That's
Whitney, Jess, Alex, you, Dan, and Connor. So that's
Okay, yeah, that's fine. Then. That's a lot of
but
people.
yeah, it's a lot of people. But like, if at this point 1 or 2 more, what's the difference?
I mean, also, if like
Already-
if a couple of us wanted to create a one shot and like get we say Gabby's brother involved, you know what I mean, and get him
Yeah.
introduced to it.
Yeah.
I mean, Hannah, think about it. Oh, sorry.
No, you're fine. Go.
I said, Hannah, think about it. It's kind of like Mario Party.
Yeah, just as many people.
You're creating Mario Party.
I've created Mario Party. But essentially, maybe over winter break we could do like a series of like one shots and stuff from like D&D and other gaming systems. Because I also wanted to introduce you the idea of doing. I was looking at different systems, and there's one I found that's called Kids on Bikes, which is like essentially like Stranger Things, but like for D&D. Not D&D, but like for role-playing games, and it's pretty cool looking. Like you can play anywhere from like a kid to an adult, and like it's all like supernatural, and it's like you work together to create the world and like the monsters and stuff. It would create a bit of prep for like all of us. We'd have to have a session 0, and then the one shot, but it looks pretty cool, and I'd be interested in running something like that if any of you guys would be willing to play
Yeah.
it.
My Roll20 is frozen. I'm gonna shut it off and come back in.
Yeah, I feel bad. I can only see Connor.
Like your face is like I'm loading it, and then your face is immediately freeze.
But yeah, so like, and also, most of these one shots probably won't be streamed. I'm not planning on streaming the Christmas one shot, unless we all like agree to stream the Christmas one shot. But I was thinking about not. But
We should all wear PJs.
we should. We could all do Christmas cheer.
What is
Yeah.
that? Oh.
Like, just like, not Christmas, like holiday cheer, dress up in like green and white and gold and like wear like fancy makeup and like, or we could all do dress up D&D where we all wear our fanciest clothes as possible.
I don't think I could fit into my prom dress though.
I would just. All I have is a suit. That's how fancy I get.
You have that bow tie I got you for prom.
Yeah. Somewhere.
What does
I
that
don't know
mean?
where
Where is
that-
it?
I don't know where that is. No, I could find it. But yeah.
Yeah, but we'll work it out. I just wanted to see if you guys would be interested in playing in something like that. I'm not sure what level yet. The one shot that I'm really thinking about doing is actually scalable, so we can play it from anywhere between level 1 and level 20. So if you guys want to do a level 21 shot, we totally can. But if you want to do like a level 6 or 7, that's totally cool too.
Are we gonna all be Christmas elves?
No, this is not the Nightmare Before Christmas. Though that is one of my favorite one shots of all time, by
I
far.
think it's really funny.
Definitely top tier Critical Role one shot right there.
Mhm.
No, I did not write this one shot. I am not Liam O'Brien, but I did find it on DM's Guild, so I'm pretty excited. A lot of rhyming in this one shot. I think the one that I'm thinking about. The other one's a 3rd level one shot that looked really cool. That I'd be interested in running. So I'm gonna decide, but currently I like the idea of giving you guys the option of what level you guys want to play at. So
What do you do at 3rd level? So cool.
get subclasses.
Oh.
Everyone has subclasses.
Yeah, at that point, everything has subclasses, so it's more
why
even.
It's why a lot of campaigns start at 3rd level, because by then everyone has their subclass instead of like sorcerers and warlocks getting it at level 1 while wizards get it at level 2 like the weirdos they are.
Yeah.
And everybody else getting it at level 3. So
I think clerics also get it at level 1.
oh yeah, clerics also get it at level 1. This is also true.
Oh. Did we start at level 1 or did we start at 3?
This campaign is 3, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Because we're like, this will be easier to introduce to people if they don't have to think about subclasses later on.
Yeah.
But now all
Only
of you
have to think about it once.
Yeah, you only have to think about it once, but now all of you have become D&D min-maxers, and I'm so proud. So hurt.
We're
by
sick of almost dying. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
We're starting to
No,
create
it's
our
totally
monster.
fine.
I don't know.
I also like heavily encourage it by having Soham try to go for the as much AC as possible build.
Yeah, like,
Fair enough.
if we're being honest, we encourage it because we find it fun, because we like coming up with crazy min-maxes.
Yeah, I like min-maxing stuff.
Alex is very much a min-maxer.
I know. I've not been mad for like one more level, and I get to take the darkness spell and Devil's Sight and create that monster where I blind everyone, but don't.
High
affect
key, I was
myself.
hoping. High key, I kind of forgot that darkness was a 2nd level spell, while light is a cantrip, and I was like, what if I actually switch light to darkness for my gloves? I'm like, right, that's more money that I don't.
You know, Evan took the Mistwalker armor, and it honestly kind of functions the same as that combo, too.
Yeah. Everyone's just gonna hurt everybody's visibility, but only certain people will be able to see, and that's how life will work. It's why, Alex, I'm super excited for my armor to get upgraded, because then I can give up to 6 other creatures the ability to see through my fog as well.
Ah, nice. But
That's for Quinn's campaign as well, so...
Get away from my.
if you really want to be annoying, Jess, you can cast darkness on the fog cloud, so neither of you can see in the area.
That wouldn't help anyone.
Exactly.
Just steal Jack's clothes while he's or she's asleep and wear them.
Yeah.
They're They're not gonna fit you. You can put them, like, around your arm or something.
That's true.
Quick question: how would y'all feel about starting a half hour earlier? Though I do want to get this, cause like I know Connor, you work until 9, so like I'm a little iffy about starting early and causing you to miss more. Though if we start at 7:30 instead of 8, you would come in at the break instead of in the middle of everything. So if you come back like at 9, depending.
Connor, what days do you work?
Every
Friday
weekend.
and Saturday.
Every day.
And Thursday. Don't
No
forget
longer
Thursday.
Saturday. I mean, no longer Thursday.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's not busy. That as busy as it used to be. So
Did you wait today? Did you waiter today?
no, I was food running. But I had a question.
I don't.
You guys have like a list of all the magical items because I missed.
Yeah,
It's
there is
in
a pinned
schedule
message in Griffin's saddlebag that has all of them.
that
Oh.
has all the ones that we're willing to give to
All
you.
of the ones that
Do
we
you
were.
mean all the ones we're allowed to get, or do you mean like the ones we don't have?
Oh, of all of the
Yeah,
magic
that's what
items,
I
I
meant.
can.
You
Oh,
guys
all of the
guys
items
have.
you guys have. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what?
I mean, I'll copy and paste mine in the Discord
We
chat.
can just share it to everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah,
If you guys
go
are
ahead.
fine with it, I will share. I can reshare all of the magic items so everyone knows what magic items everyone has.
And
How
that
much
way,
is
if
your-
you want to share them around, you can.
I was
Yeah.
saying, how much did your amulet cost, Connor?
3,800.
That's not bad.
It's a good amulet too.
Well, also with the alertness with being an assassin, it works.
Yeah.
And then I don't have to take the feat for it.
Look, the alert feat's great. Can't be
After
surprised.
that's
if
to
one-
29.
Yeah, it's
Jess.
just I have so many other things I have to level up.
This is
before I even
also
take that.
true. Your multi-classing's difficult because you have like so many things you want to level up and want to get to do certain combos, but you can't because you're like multi-class.
Yeah, so I need to like buy things that will help me get there.
This is true.
Most of these have various changes, by the way, so if you look them up, they won't necessarily be the same. But
We kind of modify them to fit the level you guys that we think you guys are, because you guys were interested in a lot of very powerful stuff, which honestly isn't surprising, because that kind of stuff is pretty dope. So like totally understandable why you want it. But we gotta nerf it just a little bit. Maybe that stuff will level up. Maybe it won't. Maybe you guys can like. Usually the stuff that only levels up is vestiges or arms of the betrayer.
Maybe we bought a vestige and we just didn't know it.
We had one, and then we
Yeah,
lost
maybe
it.
you just bought a vestige for $3,800. Like maybe
Yeah.
that's what happened.
In total, if you combine all the
It's
money
like
we spent,
when
Or there's a god of forgetting
like when you
things
find,
that just,
like-
they forgot their vestige existed.
yeah. But no, who knew it was
Who-
that?
it's like
could
if you
do
buy
that?
if you like
Getting everything.
it's like when you're like buying a baseball card back and you get like one of the really rare ones by accident.
Hey, is everybody back? Evan, are you here? Unmute yourself if you are.
Where are you?
Evan,
Evan's not.
Evan.
This is.
No,
this
I'm
is
here.
tragedy.
Oh.
Good. Good. Is everyone here? Connor, Daniel, are you here?
Yes. I
Cool.
didn't
Okay.
know if you could hear me munching popcorn.
Is that a new sponsor?
Is that a new sponsor?
Popcorn? Yeah,
Yeah.
Tom Clancy's caramel popcorn.
Still
Cool.
sponsored by Blobfish.
I'm adding the drink of the fall, apple cider,
Um,
to the.
warm apple cider is the best. Oh.
Oh, no, not you.
Anyway, it is 9:47. We don't got a lot of
Ew.
time.
Warm
We're gonna try to
apple
finish
cider.
just a little bit early so we don't piss off the Australians as much as we've already have. We'll work out something. We'll figure something out. I feel bad for moving our sessions around because of
Yeah.
daylight savings, but
Yeah.
When
Fuck
does theirs occur?
not for a while.
Theirs already happened, I think.
Yeah, and some of it happens on. It only happens in certain states in Australia. It's very
Yeah.
weird.
And some of them
Anyway.
are in the states that it happened, and some of them are in the states that it didn't happen. So
So it's,
that's
it's
very
even more
confusing.
complex.
always the worst.
Yeah.
But
Well, Hawaii and
picking
Arizona don't have daylight savings.
picking back up where we left off, it is pretty tense right now. Which I should get some good music
Yeah.
for.
I. Okay. Give me the picture.
Currently, Kuriel, Holly is standing with wide eyes, about 5 feet back behind Kuriel. Kuriel has his this long sword, which I can actually show you guys pictures of both of them. So hold on. Bio info.
Are they hot?
Boy,
Should
we have to roll a d10 first.
You tend for help
right.
there.
I will roll for Holly.
She looks like
No,
a
we have art
librarian.
for both of them.
we have art.
Oh.
So
Holly's
that's
buff.
She looks like a
Holly-
librarian.
Holly
She's
is
the
weirdly
five.
buff.
Holly's weirdly buff. She's not supposed to be buff, but she is.
I see. So the half orc's super hot.
Half orc,
Yeah.
super hot.
Yeah.
Now
His
it's-
sword
now it's-
has this kind of like check mark slash at the end of it. And as
Wait,
he
it didn't
holds
work.
it up to your throat, it fits in the notch of your neck. And so yeah, Kuriel's just kind of standing there with this very intense, angry look on his face as he stares at the visage of Frosian.
Okay.
Um,
I, as a neutral third party,
They're
I'm
great
gonna walk-
pictures, but
behind
It's only a
the
7.
guy
though.
holding the sword, and say, I can explain everything, irrelevant of what's going on with this guy.
I'm gonna go a status like Jack.
Move your
Just
sword,
stay out of this
and we
for a
can talk.
minute. This is
Holly-
basically a family reunion. And I go to Curiel and I'm like, do you not recognize these several hundred scars we have acquired together while fighting?
You are dead. I saw your body.
Well, fun fact, what happened to the second one that's right here with us now as opposed to the first one? Those are both probably fakes. At least I hope they're both fakes.
You can see he's just getting angry as he stands there, and as Holly's kind of standing there, like looking between like betrayed and like angry and desperation, she kind of turns toward Jack and says, "You stay out of this."
I look at Curiel and I'm like, look, do you know where Zella is? Because I'm sure this would be easier to explain with her.
As you say her name, Zella, you can see the rage flashes in his eyes, and I think everyone's gonna roll for initiative. So that's Kuriel, Holly, and so those two, and then Jack and Frosian.
You guys are gonna get pwned right now, apparently.
Listen, I
Hey,
tried.
Sorry, I
okay,
forgot a second token.
At some point in time,
No.
Ryan has to respond saying,
Oh,
we'll
whoops.
see us in a few minutes. So he has to
I
survive.
have a question. How does the ring of message works? Like, if we hear him going, like, would we hear it?
You need to
Yeah,
actively be focusing on it to message on it.
Okay.
Yeah, I
So-
think you cast like the message spells to log
Yeah.
into action.
Yeah, he'd have to contact.
You'd need to use an
Contact me.
action to contact them.
Hey, hey.
Oh wow, you guys rolled a really high initiative.
Nice.
Uh,
Gotta get
Okay.
and then
hold
okay, just to clarify, my new weapons get +1 plus proficiency, right?
Yes, that's how all weapons work. But one of them, so the weapons in general, while you're holding both of them, they get +1. One of them, we just said the silver one if you want to specify it, but is +2 because it's a +1 Sword of Warning
Okay.
on top of it.
I will.
So okay, so they are different weapons as well.
Yes,
Whoops,
because
I
of
didn't
that,
put
they are different.
God, everyone rolled really well.
That's
This A and A.
really.
But
So
Just
that's his two weapons, the Aurum and Argentum.
Yeah,
Oh.
which I will separate into two different weapons.
Wait,
yeah,
is that
they
the
are two
names
different
of the
weapons.
wolves from Greek mythology, or
That's
is that the
Golden
name
and
of
Silver.
I don't
Gold and
think
Silver
so.
in the periodic table?
Golden-
I think yeah,
Silver
it's just
and
gold and
silver.
silver.
But
Okay.
anyway, Jack, it's your turn. You can see Kuriel kind of swinging, like getting ready to like swing his sword back and to attack Frosian. What are you
And
doing?
wait, Alex, which one gets +2?
The silver one, but it doesn't matter if you just have one that has +2 and one that has +1. It's fine.
Just
okay.
make sure you specify which one, if you attack first with +2 or attack first with +1. We'll
Yeah,
know.
because your
Um,
second attack has advantage. if you hit
Right.
with the first one.
Right. Okay.
First with your +2 because you're more likely
Uh,
to keep.
No, I want to swing first with my +1 because then I'll get advantage on the +2, right?
If you hit, yes.
If you hit,
But
yes.
But you need to hit first. Which is
Yeah,
right.
there's
okay, so it doesn't
arguments to
actually matter.
both. You could
Yeah,
hypothetically
yeah.
have more damage with crit
Um,
on the second attack.
that is
Yeah,
true.
but crit didn't dislike too
Oh,
much.
I'm
Nothing.
gonna- I'm gonna-
Where are we, by the way?
You guys are like within 10 feet of each other. So
Okay, we're
yeah.
ganged
So
up.
to put it in perspective, there's Frozern, there's Kuriel who's like 5 feet from Frozern. There's Holly who's about 5 feet behind him to his left. You're probably like somewhere like in between to the side a little bit of all of this.
Okay, well, fuck it. I'll pop the ever smoking bottle.
Really bad.
I
picture.
guess,
Ooh,
there we go
okay.
again.
How spicy.
I mean, why would I not? Right?
Spicy.
Of course.
Yeah, so
Yep.
that's an action, right?
I
None of
believe
us
so.
are
Is it-
ever
is it
gonna
an
see
action?
again.
Let me look at it. I'm pretty sure it is an action.
It was, but I
That
don't actually
broke
know.
me for a second.
Yeah, you use an action to remove the stopper.
Oh my
Okay.
god.
God, why would he
Never gonna
not?
see anything again.
Um,
Jack's only gonna just use the bottle.
No, I'm not. Shut up.
I'm gonna
And then
cry.
I will. Just move within attack range behind one of them, I suppose. I don't know where exactly we all are, but
You can essentially pick.
Yeah.
okay.
Uh, What's her name? Holly's probably standing a little farther back, and Curiel's right next to Frozern.
Yes.
Okay.
So you can choose to go next to Curiel, next to Holly, in between the two of them.
No, I guess I'll go behind Curio.
Okay. Cool. I don't think you have any bonus actiony things. I mean, I guess you can hide. That would be good, but you're already
yeah.
kind of invisible because the fog cloud.
I was gonna say, I guess, but I mean that will. I have to hide now to get sneak attack, right?
Well, yes and no, because you aren't being seen. You can't. They can't see you if you were to attack them. You already have advantage, so you don't need to.
Okay. Then I guess it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
So yeah, so you as an action you unstopper the bottle and you move behind which one?
Curiel.
Curio.
Yes.
Got it. Frozern, it's your turn.
I'm gonna cast Hypnotic Pattern in a 30-foot cube around myself.
Okay, so that means everyone, including Jack, Holly, and Curiel, have to make whiz saves.
Oh, and the cleric.
Yeah, wisdom.
And
That's that guy.
the cleric
Priest,
guy.
right? Wait, is he also rolling initiative, the priest guy?
No.
No, he didn't roll initiative.
There.
He's not gonna do anything.
What's the? Is it a whiz save?
Yeah. 17.
Oh wait. I got
Oof.
fireball.
Hurts.
I can't hear you, Hannah. You're kind of roboting.
I'm sorry.
No, you're-
And he's roboting for me. Hannah sounds
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah.
Oh wait. Also, I'm gonna use my bonus. Or I guess you guys are still doing that. Never mind.
It's
Evan, you
hard
need to roll for whiz save too.
I need to roll for wisdom.
Wisdom
wisdom
save, yes.
saving
Just
throw.
wisdom saving.
Oh, chaos.
Oh, it hurts.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. So
Wait, that
both.
is saving throw, right? You just click the thing.
Uh,
yeah,
you
but
just-
I don't
there's a
think
particular saving throw button, but I don't think it matters since I don't
you don't
think
have proficiency.
rogues
with-
don't have proficiency.
Not
The
until level
intelligence.
14. So
Yeah. It's still 7.
no,
Yeah.
That's okay.
still 7. It would fail either way, so don't feel bad. Yeah. So Kuriel and Jack are entranced by this hypnotic gaze, and you are charmed and incapacitated, I believe.
Yeah, with a speed of 0.
With a
Mhm.
speed of 0. Yeah, and it's Kuriel's turn. Unless
Wait,
you
I'm
want
gonna
to
take my bonus action to use
Okay.
my new fancy infusions, my Boots of Windward Steps, and I'm gonna go back to where I was the turn before, I think is what it does. Or I think it's 10 feet in the direction I was.
Okay.
Boots of the winding
Yeah,
step.
so
Oh, you have to move somewhere.
I can't use that to go. Alright. Can I? Okay, then can I use my movement then to walk away from Kuriel while he's
Yes.
frozen without dying?
Yes,
Yeah.
he does get an opportunity attack on you.
Since he's
Um,
blind.
since
And
he's-
also incapacitated.
Incapacitated.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh, other thing about Boots to the Winding Path is an unoccupied space that you can see. Currently, there's a fog cloud around you.
right,
You can't
yeah.
see anything. What direction are you walking in, by the way? I presume back away
Towards
from
the
them.
church, if I remember where it is.
okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I would say yeah, you could do that. Yeah, it's Kuriel's turn. Does he get a save at the end of his turn?
It doesn't look like it.
No.
No?
If it takes any damage or it's shooken by another creature.
Wow.
Yeah,
that's
so then it's
very
just Holly's turn. Give me a minute to pull up her character sheet. She will. What will she do? She's got a lot of options.
I don't suppose she has a way to dismiss the fog cloud in any way.
She doesn't know. She would have to go stop the bottle. It's not a dispel magic kind of thing.
Well, I was saying like use the wind or something, but I don't think she has any spells that do that anyway.
She will cast.
Fireball centered at herself.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
Oh
The only
no.
option.
That would make us go away, for the record.
We don't want them to. Well, my character doesn't at least.
I think maybe she'll shake Curiel. I think that's what she'll do.
She also doesn't.
Shake him. Like
She's
quake him?
within 5 feet of him, so she can see him.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, they're right next to each other. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And she would probably recognize the effect of this spell.
Mhm.
She shakes him, to awaken him, and then, as her,
Well, that's an action. Yeah.
I know that's an
Oh, yeah,
action.
yeah.
I don't think she has a bonus action.
Yeah, I don't think she has any bonus actions.
She will, though, walk in the direction she thinks you're going, which is probably toward the road, which is toward the church.
Mhm.
So
many
she's not
actions-
coming directly at you, but she's kind of moving, in your direction, though you wouldn't know this.
Mhm.
And it's Jack. Jack, you're
Jack,
incapacitated,
you do see all of that. You are still incapacitated. Yes.
and you can't move,
Right.
and you're charmed, and no one shook you.
You can't take actions or reactions. So I think
So
that's
I can
the.
just do nothing?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you're incapacitated. Yeah.
It's
Uh,
a really good spell against enemies. It's not so much a good spell against your friends.
Yeah.
I
But it's
suppose.
spicy.
Wait.
I
Wait.
will
Wait a
do
minute.
nothing.
That's not very.
Actually, no.
useful.
Never mind. It's fine. It works.
It didn't catch both. If it caught both of them, that spell would have been great for
Can I
sure.
roll to get out of it?
No.
No. No. Yeah. Sorry.
Alright, I suppose I will do nothing then.
Roger!
Whoops.
All right. I'm
Uh,
gonna very loudly yell out, "I don't want to hurt you. This isn't like when we were fighting
Oh,
in the
whoops.
steps of Endair. I know that you probably finished your weird sword training, and I'm pretty sure you still couldn't hit me like you could have back then. But can we just talk this out a bit?"
Oh, fuck.
Ooh.
Oh, okay.
Ooh, you're going right for him.
But that's like things like they would know as friends. He's like, this is
Yeah.
this is the right. I see what he's doing
This is
here.
banter. This is banter.
No, but this is like
Curiel-
proving who he is. You know.
This is taunting. This is how people get like duels. That is how Alexander Hamilton died.
You-
That is true.
He's got to prove he is who he is.
But no,
You don't
Alexander
know
Hamilton died because he
anything.
shot up in the air instead of killing Aaron Burr like a real patriot would have.
He still would have died had he shot him. Okay.
Anyway, yeah, Curiel goes, you can hear him in the fog go, "You don't know anything. Have these past 5 years meant nothing to you?"
So you know, are they just fighting because they're angry he faked his death? What is this scenario?
I'm not sure.
It's more like,
They know that he faked his death.
he probably doesn't
Pick the
believe.
wrong day to not charm or calm emotion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right now, not that you can use it because you're not anywhere near. Imagine having that instead, just having it as like a trait naturally. God, this is such an awful situation.
Oh,
Alright,
you
Yeah,
know
I'm
what?
just-
Fuck! They had counterspell! I always forget that they
Oh
have
my gosh! Why would you do that?
God,
It's
I made
fine.
them both full casters, so they're gonna kick our ass into that magic.
I will say though, like right now, I feel like is the best scenario for them. Only Jack is hypnotized.
I'm so angry with myself. God. Anyway. They will make their way in the direction they believe you are in. They will make 30 feet, and unless you did not go in unless you did not
Well,
go in a straight
actually,
line.
Andal, are you or Frozen? Are you?
Oh, yeah.
Did you do anything with your turn besides shout that, or continue move?
I walked towards where I think Holly would be.
Oh, so you're walking back towards them?
Yeah, so
Yeah.
you probably reach Holly.
Yeah, you probably reach Holly and Curiel, because Curiel's right next to Holly.
Alright, can they both see me?
Yes.
Yeah, from the angles that you would be walking,
Alright,
yes.
I attempt to raise my hands over my head and be like, alright, can you just question me instead of killing me?
Curiel will cast Dominate Person on you. I will need you to make
Very
a Wisdom
Can
save
I
throw
choose not to resist?
unless you choose to resist.
Yeah,
then
you can choose not to resist.
Yeah. And then you can
Yeah.
just
What are you doing?
fail it.
What are you?
Can we not see this cloud by now?
We're not there. We're nowhere near.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
are
but
nowhere
there's
near
a
there,
fog
but
cloud going on.
You might like if somebody was because you're also like in the house and stuff. If somebody was outside the house, just kind of like vibing, you probably would see a giant fog cloud appear around the cemetery. But yeah, you hear a voice in your head. As your mind kind of goes blank, you feel this voice in your head that says, "Tell the truth," in Curiel's voice. And you are compelled to obey.
I say I am Frojorn Wesset. I'm not dead. I came into town for a funeral.
And you can see, and no, it's hazy. The world is hazy right now. You don't have full control of your senses, but you can see the shock on Curiel's face, as you say that. And
oh, I'm pretty sure the hypnotic pattern fell on Jack, by the way.
oh yeah, because you can't
Very
concentrate
cool, Kanye.
on it while you're.
Thank you, Kanye.
I
Very
haven't moved, have I?
No, you're still in the same
No,
place.
you
Yeah,
get
you're still in the
that
same place. You can also see through the fog cloud, but
Yeah, you
Yeah,
can
no.
see this. Just fine.
Yeah.
And you can see the shocked look on Curiel's face, and as Holly stands next to him, going, "What did you get? What did you tell him to say the truth?" Yeah, I did. And we're gonna end initiative there,
unless Jack, you're continuing to attack them.
unless you want to stab someone.
I'm a little upset at getting charmed. I don't know.
That was Frozen's
That was
fault. That was
Frozen's fault.
Ah,
That was
stabbed
not
you.
either
I
of
didn't-
them. Frozen was
I
the one who
didn't
To be
think
charmed you.
fair,
I was
2 out of the
gonna
3 people told you to stay out of it.
no, I'm done. I don't. Nobody needs to get hurt today.
Okay.
Myself included.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
So he drops the dominate person on you, and kind of you have full control of your senses and your decisions, and he kind of just stares in shock, and so does
Alright,
Holly.
I like wipe myself off, like, well, that's a fine greeting, and then I go over for an awkward hug.
He's kind of stiff at first and kind of just staring at you, but as you hug him for like a few seconds, he just latches onto you with like the tightest hug and says, I thought you were dead. I
Like,
saw your blood."
I missed you so much. There's so much I couldn't have told you, but the first plan that some of our superiors came up with didn't exactly turn out well, and we've been fighting in the dark for a while. There's so much has happened. It would take a while to tell you, but I don't
And you
know.
you can feel behind you a set of smaller arms wrap around you as Holly attaches to your back.
Is there a tiny violin playing?
Yes, there's a tiny violin playing in the
Swing
background.
beyond, I will. You're on the Titanic.
You hear you hear this sadness. There we go.
Mm.
Good sad music. As these small arms just wrap around you, and you can hear both of them kind of sobbing a little bit as they realize that you're who you say you are. And they take a minute to just hug you.
Can I roll to be sad with them for a few minutes?
You can roll the
Yes, roll to be sad. Roll with advantage to be sad.
What makes sad? What, greater than 10 or less than
Greater than 10 is advantage.
Yeah.
Yeah, just like
Persuasion
I
check.
guess I'm not actually gonna roll because I don't know what
Yeah.
that would be. But after like a few minutes,
Be sad, yes.
so after a few minutes, I'm like, all right, sorry about all this. This is Jack. Jack, sorry I hypnotized you. These are some of my old friends from a life a long time ago.
What? You can hear the small voice of Holly. Frozen, what happened? You were with us, and then you were gone, and then you were with us again, and then you were gone, and now you're here again. What happened?
Well, I faked my death the first time. You know those legends that used to tell us way back when in conditioning at the academy how the best of the best got recruited into secret government stuff? Well, they're not totally rumors.
You don't. You can hear Carl go. They recruited you for this.
Well, I finished my magic prototype first, sir.
He kind of looks a little bit like.
Put
Well
off.
then.
Yeah.
So how's the front been going, by the way? How's my grandpa? You guys seen him?
No, we've been here for the past few months. We were on leave. Your grandfather has been out west, in the Nightmare Woods, but he should be returning within the next few weeks. At least he was supposed to.
What's your face right now?
Wouldn't have gotten half as powerful as they did. But yeah, well, I've been fighting Silence. There's another one of my, I guess we're called Sides. I've been fighting in the Silence as a double agent with my friend Cinder, and we've joined a team of Knights Errant. We've been going around. We recently got into a scuffle in Endair and stopped them from stealing the Iraq, which was pretty fun.
Wow, you've been doing a lot. That's for sure. Yeah.
How about you guys?
They kind of just like look at each other and look back. A lot of just, special training, special ops missions. Kind of studying magic. You can see he takes his blade out and he like spins it in like a circle, and you can see kind of like trailing like little sparks of magic as he spins his sword. And Holly just kind of holds up her spell book. He goes, "Yeah, just a lot of studying."
Oh, please.
Alright. But yeah, anyway, I came here
People.
mostly because my mom died and, you know,
Yeah,
all
this is
that.
the-
But
this is the app.
also... Oh, sorry. Were you saying anything?
No, sorry. I'm just showing Frankie the app.
Okay.
Alright. So it's like, also, because I apparently died again, and I'm gonna get to the bottom of why there's another dead me.
If you never came back, you came back few months after you disappeared. You went missing. You just walked back into town, bruised and bloodied, but
Are you
alive.
sure it was me?
Yeah.
That definitely wasn't me.
They knew about you. They forgot some stuff, I guess, because they were really injured. They had a head injury, and we kind of helped them remember some things, but they knew enough, and they looked like you and acted like you.
That's very troubling. Anyway, I was gonna investigate this body over here. Sorry about the bad, I guess, reunite. Wait, what's that word?
Reunion?
Union, yes, thank you. I'm sorry. I'm very tired today.
It's okay. It's yeah. You're. We found the two bodies, and they're. You can see Holly Kirill kind of looks to the side, and Holly goes, "They're kind of hard to look at, for sure."
Yeah, it can't be worse than what we've seen.
For
Can I
sure.
also use the ring of messages or whatever to tell Saya to come back to the graveyard?
And I guess I hear it, and I say, yeah, we'll be down there in minutes. Relay that to the three other three, and we start walking, I guess.
Yeah, you guys start walking down. Unless
Or
there's
riding
we're gonna-
horses, I guess.
yeah, we're gonna switch back up real fast. Is there anything else that you guys would like to do while you're up at the mansion? Sylvius, Thaya, Cinder, Guinevere.
Hmm.
Are there people
So,
talking?
Cinder's done a really good job investigating, huh?
Yes,
Yeah.
investigating the interior of the mansion. Yes.
So we're saying that there was a third party here that killed quote-unquote Frosier and Ariana, right?
It looks like a murder turned arson,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
and by accident.
And then
Murder,
they still
that's
trade-
accident. Yeah.
Can I go see if the
It's still
servants
the
are back in their sheds, huts,
Shed.
abodes?
Their
It
houses.
has little tiny houses.
Houses.
Living
Are they
gardens and
tiny
sheds on the
homes,
side of
or
their
are there,
property.
I
like-
don't know if I want to be associated with the members of this party anymore.
Servants.
They just
quarters.
live in normal
They're
houses
nice to the
too.
common folk.
How well do you treat your servants, Whitney?
You're the one who said they live
I'd
in
imagine that
sheds.
they are. Well, they all just showed up to the boss's funeral, so I mean, they have to be able to get at least mildly pleased with them.
You would know. Your family was very well respected in town. Because you're a long-standing military family, your family kind of took over a little bit as like the mayor kind of family while you guys were in town, and you guys would like whoever was available would rotate. The last time you saw your mother was like acting mayor. That might have continued. You don't know, but you know that your mother was very well liked in town. She was a very kind woman, and she was an officer of the law, and she seemed to do her job well and know her people.
I guess like if you guys were asking this, I could relate using the message ring.
Mhm.
So, servant huts.
There are no servant huts. Most of them live probably in the servants' quarter of the mansion. But there are a few houses like for like hire, like the head maid and like the head butler or whatever. They probably have their own houses. Maybe like the gardener does too. And those also appear to be empty. Nobody has returned from the funeral yet. Usually, I will say this: if you guys have never been to a funeral, usually there is a reception after the funeral, where people get together.
After funerals?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the after
mourn
party.
together.
It's the after party where you eat.
Yeah, because you don't usually usually before a funeral, I know at least like the Catholic funerals I've been to, like usually before a funeral you mingle and you like talk to you and you go up to the family and you say like, oh, I'm so sorry your loved one has died, blah 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 blah, and you greet them, and then you sit through mass. And then you sit through people spewing like a homily, which is essentially just a eulogy. And then you take the body, if there is a body, if they don't have ashes, to the gravesite, which is a whole funeral procession thing that has its own laws and rules.
Yeah, go through all the red lights.
Oh yeah, yeah, pretty much. And then you head toward, and then afterwards, all the funerals I've been to, there was a reception somewhere else that everyone met at. To kind of like, at least a family met at, to like, you know,
About the deceased.
eat and like talk about the deceased and like My grandmother had 2 after parties, so like there was that.
That's amazing.
That's
She was
The party
popping
never
after.
stopped.
There was the reception, and then there was
that's actually
after party.
hell yeah.
That's
Dude, if
how
my
my
funeral
family
isn't
is.
that lit, don't come.
Pretty much, yeah.
Like,
Um,
because cremations, you just have the cremation, and then everyone goes home really sad, and that's it.
yeah.
Not necessarily.
Some cultures
Burn the ashes.
like spread the ashes. Like
Well, like I remember,
that's what my parents want to do.
like my grandma was cremated, and we had like a.
I'm assuming you said ash spreading ceremony.
I said reception.
Reception.
No, the ashes were put in like. Okay, for
Vase?
like ashes, urns. They have there's like
Alright.
graveyards for urns.
Guys, we can discuss this all at a different time.
Okay,
Now this
yeah.
sounds like the exact same time we should be.
Anyway, yeah, you guys, no one has come back yet. They're probably at the funeral reception. And yeah, you guys, there's nobody around. What are you guys doing? Are you guys making your way back?
down.
Let's
Yeah.
go back, yeah.
As soon as he says come back, I start walking.
Okay, yeah. It'll take you guys about 5 minutes, 10 minutes to get back down. But in the
Alright.
meantime, Jack Frozern, you with Holly and Curiel, the priest is kind of standing there like, oh, God.
Alright. Can I go up to the priest, give him like 100 platinum
I
pieces,
can
and be like,
explain.
"You're a good man. Thank you for your service to the town."
You're just giving him 100 platinum pieces?
Yeah, I know this guy. He's like he's a pillar of the community, and they just like lost their mayor.
Yeah, he just looks at them and he goes, oh my God. What? And he kind of looks up and goes, Frozern?
And I say, I was not here if
And
anyone
then you look at
asked.
him, and you say, bud, we're gonna shut the fuck up.
Give this priest a heart attack right now.
Okay. And he kind of just like stares at the money in his hand like, oh my God.
I'm like, I know you'll put it to a good use. This town needs a new leader to step up. I believe in you. I've known you for a long time. You got this.
The
Yeah. Tomorrow's funeral. Here lies the priest. We have no one else to do the funeral for him.
He's just like, oh my, oh wow. Wow. Yeah, but he's kind of like shocked. So you can pretty much get to the coffins without issue now.
Great. Time to investigate. Well, I guess we'll wait for everyone else.
Yeah, if
An
you want to wait for
unboxing.
everyone else.
Oh my God.
Stop thinking so. Like your family has died, and you're just like, guys, let's do an unboxing bit.
I'm so sorry. I had 4 hours of sleep last night. It was
I love it.
When Ryan has no sleep, Ryan has dark humor. Nice.
Ryan is
Love that.
pure dark humor, and like honestly, I'm here for it.
I'll try to
yeah,
be a better role player. I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. Keep it. No, I
No.
would not ask any of you. Guys,
I was
did
talking about the
That's the kid thing,
imposter.
man.
I already did. Like, did I actually finish whatever ritual I tried to do for my mother's coffin?
you open up your mother's coffin. There lies a very burnt corpse. Almost pretty much unrecognizable of your mother. The skin is blackened, down like it's like has kind of like compressed down to the bone with the pressure, so it's kind of wilted. The hair is kind of there's very few hairs left on the corpse's head. And the ones that are this like blackened soot colored like color. The
Big oof.
the rest of the body, you can see they tried to dress them up, but like the body is just so burnt.
Mhm.
Does it look like that thing from? Remember that thing from SpongeBob, like that grandma from like the chocolate episode?
Oh, come on.
Why?
No. Doesn't look like that.
God, no!
Are we all back now? Like together?
Yeah, at this point, after
Okay.
Yeah.
you finish the ritual, say your prayer to Paylor, and close the coffin, the rest of the party has arrived. And the rest of you can see a two very kind of distraught, confused, and like yet excited, but
Mhm.
also at the same time very sad looking tiefling and half orc. And then there's Jack, who's kind of standing there confused, but also just kind of like vibing.
Natural state.
Yeah, pretty much. And Frosier, who has just closed one of the coffins, is looking kind of, like solemnly at that coffin.
So, is everything all right here? We couldn't help but notice the 60-foot dome of darkness from the mansion.
Yeah, there's a lot of fog here.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that.
Jack, what did you do?
Wasn't my fucking idea.
I presume you closed the bottle, by the way, at this point, so the
I
fog
did,
is
I did.
dissipated
Still going.
mostly.
Once everybody put
It's
their
still
clothes on,
around, but it's
we
mostly
were good.
dissipated. Okay.
Yeah. Dumbass couldn't keep his mouth shut and almost got us killed. Not my fault.
Wait, who's dumbass in this situation?
Very.
Roger.
Can I
Who
hear what Jack is saying?
Who else is here?
Very
Yeah,
much
you
so.
can.
You
Well,
guys are still like
Wait,
right next
I'm
to
gonna
each other.
say, I told you to stay out of it. I
Oh, yeah,
froze
no,
you.
this is,
You
like,
literally
out
did
loud.
nothing
This
but make
is
the
not
cloud.
It's true.
We all know Rosharn's a very disciplined soldier.
Anyway, now's not the time for bickering.
Sorry, didn't mean to hit that.
Right. We should do introductions. This is Holly. This is Curiol. Curiol.
Hi.
This is we got Sylvius over here. He's a very skilled fighter and a nice leader, I might add. We got Thaya, who is one of the world's best thieves and also a very, very big fan of fancy hats. We have Cinder, who is my brother in arms with the scythes. He's a very powerful artificer like myself, except he has like mini tiny cannons that go like pew pew.
Amazing descriptions of all of these characters.
Turgle's kind of smiling at like what you're saying. Like,
Mhm.
And I look at is it Gwendolyn, right? And then I'm like, and then this was or, my bad. Wait, what?
Guinevere.
Alright, I look at Gwen. I'm sorry, I forgot the last
Gwen.
name. So sorry. And I'm like, and this was a murder victim to be that we saved.
Good, accurate.
Okay. Sure.
Accurate.
That's how I contribute to the party. I die.
Almost.
She's
yeah,
been
sorry,
very helpful to us.
We're a group of Knights Errant right now. We're called the Wayfarers. We're set up in Endagir currently. Here, if you ever need to stop by, here's like directions to my house.
Oh,
It's awful
Oh,
case in
okay.
furniture now. Awful case.
sure. Found it. Oh, okay.
Yeah, sorry, this is a lot's gonna happen. But anyway, let's
Yeah.
go figure out who is in that other coffin. Or
Well,
attempt
before
to.
that, Cinder, I think you might want to tell them what you found in the house, right?
Yeah.
Was it your mom in the coffin, or could you tell?
You could kind of tell that it was an effeminate
At least a
form.
feminine form.
Yeah, but that's
It
about it.
was-
It's still
It
very
was at
burned.
least a girl. I'll
Mhm.
investigate it more thoroughly later, but I'm a little bit less distraught before they start burying these. Don't worry about it.
How angry would you be if I took a scraping?
I mean, you wouldn't be scraping up much, and I guess anything that would help us put the killer to justice would be acceptable.
I take another vial and I.
Suicide style. Take a
What are
slide.
you trying to get out of it? Because I think you're mostly just going to get ash, and I
That's
don't know if
fine.
that'll be
That's
helpful.
fine. No, that's fine. I don't know what I can use, so I'm just gonna take what I can get.
Yeah.
I didn't
Okay.
expect blood. I just expected, maybe it's
Okay,
like dust,
You collect some
body dust.
body dust.
Body ash.
Is there still hair follicles? Like, could you use that for like
You
DNA?
said there was a little hair, right?
Okay.
DNA,
There's no
guys.
DNA.
DNA is not a thing that has been
Only try hair, though.
discovered
Like,
yet. Hypothetically, it probably exists, but
Yeah, DNA exists, but you have methods of locating people like locate creature or locate object or scry that make DNA kind of obsolete.
yeah. Honestly, most investigations are solved with just like speak with dead, and then that's it.
Yeah, you call it-
Question.
Imagine
Could you
if we didn't
scry
have
on a
that.
dead person?
You can just
No.
speak with dead.
Oh.
No, it needs to be a live creature almost.
Okay.
I'm fine. I'm not taking pieces of his meat.
You have to cut off their head and bring it with you.
Let's do it.
Okay. I already had a hand, so.
And
No. Wait, is that the new goal of the campaign? Are we creating a body out of the parts we got?
Frankenstein.
We are serial killers.
Okay.
We're just gonna make a flesh golem, yeah.
No.
Ridiculous.
Dang it. No. Sorry.
Yeah. Just to explain why she's doing that, we found
No, I'm not doing it. Ignore it. It never happened.
We're not
Never-
doing it.
We're not
Okay.
doing it.
Cinder.
so we found a candelabra that had some blood on it, which it indicates that this was not just a simple fire. There was some foul play involved. And also all the trophies in your trophy room were stolen.
At least the magical ones, anyway.
Yeah.
I mean, they were important to my parents, I guess, but like, we can cover that later. I'm more concerned with this murder. I don't think any capable spellcaster just happens to die in a house fire.
Yeah, but do you
Somehow-
think the trophies are linked to why they did it?
It's possible, but I don't know. I mean, the Silence is a lot of anti-magic users, remember? And they have been coming to prominence the last 5 years.
Anti-magic. They're more like at least their public outcries are they think the current magical system is an oligarchy and is the rich supports the rich, so poor people never know magic, and so that the only way to teach magic and like the only way to fix this is to destroy the system and create a new one by overthrowing the entire government. I don't know if
I have a question. Can I speak to your friends, Frosian? Are they gonna kill me?
Be kind of sensitive with the big fella. He's had a rough day.
and Kurt
Compliment his sword. It looks amazing. I forgot to tell him.
Nice pointy thing, I guess.
Nice.
Anyway, nice pointy thing. Not referring to anything else but your swords, obviously. But did you see what happened?
No, Holly and I had just arrived in town recently. We were at the tavern when we heard the news, and when we ran out, most of the house was on fire.
Do you know anyone who could have seen the entire thing?
Maybe some of the servants there.
Yeah, they're all at the after party, so we have to go meet them up later.
They're probably at the tavern. There's only one. The Cowardly Fork.
Forgot that we named it that. We literally did that like less than an hour ago, but I
Wait,
forgot.
what is it called?
The Cowardly Fork.
The Cowardly Fork.
Fork.
Fork or folk?
Fork.
Like utensil.
Like the
Oh
utensil.
god.
It's cowardly. The fork is cowardly.
It's running away from the crime scene because it committed. It committed the
Cowardly
murder.
fork.
It's the
The fork is the one that killed
Yeah.
Ariana.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know.
Mystery solved.
Alright. Hey guys, how about we start investigating the supposed dead me in this other coffin?
Sounds like a plan.
Yeah.
All right. Who wants to open it, or should I do the honors?
Probably you.
Probably you. Because you are
Right.
opening yourself.
Who else would it be?
Open the coffin, and can I investigate it?
Yes. Make an investigation check.
All right. I'm probably also gonna add Flash of Genius to this, no matter what it is.
Oh.
Why is
Oh
that?
god,
Oh,
I don't visit
Doesn't
that
need
one,
to be
so
with
sorry.
25.
advantage. 25 is very good.
Yeah, you find out a lot. So, it's definitely a male, like, humanoid. They are around your height, but not quite the same height.
Yeah, they're probably like a few inches shorter or something.
Few inches.
You can tell most of the clothing was probably already taken off, so you can't get any hints from that. But looking at, like, the back of the head, it looks like somebody bludgeoned in the back of their head a bit, and, like, by their neck, so it's less noticeable. And then, you can tell just by, like, kind of looking at over the figure and looking at, like, the facial features and stuff like that, it probably didn't look like you. with that high of an investigation check, you
Mhm.
could probably figure they didn't look like you. They had the same height, and they were definitely male. But it looks like they were bludgeoned in the back of the head, and they don't have really any of your other features. Their shoulders are just a bit too inwards. Their legs are just a bit too long.
Yeah, there's very slight differences, but like it's
No,
Yes, man boobs.
noticeably not you.
they don't have
Mhm.
skin.
Right.
They
Oh,
also don't have
looks like-
skin. Yes.
Yeah.
Looked at everyone else and I'm like, well, it's noticeably not me, but that doesn't
Yeah.
really answer who it is.
You can
See if
point
anyone
out
else is,
them to
like
everyone else.
missing from the town. You know what I mean?
Yeah, there's been
And if there's anyone with a grudge.
Holly speaks up and goes, "Yeah, we haven't gone through all the wreckage yet. There are definitely a few servants that are still missing. It could be one of them."
Is there any one of them that someone might want gone?
I mean, not that I know of. I mean, the West family was pretty much beloved by everyone here,
So I was thinking it's weird.
and in the military too. I mean, Frozier's grandfather, the major general, like
Mm-hmm.
these are
Yep.
like they're good people. They
But
really are.
there's always other sides to those battles that are less happy.
It could have been someone from outside. Kuriel kind of at this point speaks up and goes, "We were kind of afraid that the Silence was gonna attack at some point. It might have something to do with them. They've been attacking military and government affiliated families. If you guys know anybody that has government affiliations, archmages, Empyreans, high-ranking officials, wardens. Ariana was a warden, second class. He kind of like chokes up a little bit, kind of looks down.
Do we want to look at that body too?
I think Frozen has. Does your priest friend who you just paid a lot of money to have the ability to speak with the dead? Or would he be willing to?
I'm not so sure. I can ask him, but I don't think he's that magically gifted. You might actually, Kuriel or Holly, do either of you have any powerful scrying spells you've learned in your time apart from me, or ability to commune with the dead?
Yeah, I mean, I can scry if you have some kind of material on a person. I can scry on somebody.
Here's a blood sample. Die.
No,
Yeah,
but
we
that
know
blood
who that
sample
belongs
is the
We know-
victims.
Yeah, we know it belongs to the not Frozen body.
Yeah, but now we know who's not Rozier.
Yeah, well, but we know where he
Scrying
is.
won't do anything for
Won't
that
do
though. You
anything.
know who he is. You just don't know
Do you
who
have
he
anything of
is.
your mother's, Frozen?
Somebody
Or
was
to be-
injured in the fight.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Frozen, do you have anything of your mother's or see?
On me, but there might be one in the mansion.
Okay, I'd say we get something of
her
hers.
mother's-
if
Well, isn't the mom dead?
We don't know for sure.
I
I
mean,
think.
if Frozern, look, I'm pretty smart. If Frozern is here right now, right, and that Frozern's not Frozern, and somebody was pretending to be him, that means some of his stuff is probably at the mansion, and we could probably use that to scry on him.
I mean, if I have this blood of the person with the candelabra, but we know who.
That
Like-
could have just been a servant who got,
mean,
because this person is, Kuriel and Holly both said they recognize the person impersonating me as me. This person's very different. They're slightly shorter, like
Yeah.
noticeably so.
Do we want to try and scry this blood?
That could be a good plan B, I think.
Okay.
Can only do it once a day.
Wow.
She kind of looks at you and goes,
I don't say that out loud. That was a neat jest thinking as to. Okay.
"Look,
Sorry.
double spells, 9th level, you got 1 spell slot, bro. Oh, look, I can only do it once a day. But if you're sure about something, I can look up something today. I can look up something tomorrow. Yeah. I can also, what else can I do? Hold on, she looks at her spells real fast. She flips through her spell book. if we know who we're looking for, I can, and we're within a certain distance of them, I can try to locate them and
What
see
is
if
that?
I don't know,
What is that distance?
1,000 feet.
That's not a lot.
No,
What
it's
are we looking for,
Well,
though?
if they stood in the center of town, they haven't left yet, but we would need some hard evidence on them first.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you need
I
an
think-
object to do that?
I need to know what they look like or their name.
Can you do that now then? Just like
I mean,
because
I thought they were frozen.
Yeah, she's just gonna imagine Frosier, and she's gonna find him because here.
He's right here.
So
Unless he's not Frosier.
we need to maybe go back to the house and see if we can any other clues. We only searched like the
Yeah, we only searched the West Wing, right?
the East Wing was still intact for the most
No,
part.
this
East
East Wing
Wing's-
burned up.
yeah, that's
Oh.
where the fire originated.
Then we need to look at the West Wing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Has there been a formal investigation of the building?
I mean, the fire happened only a few days ago. There's not enough people in the town to do an investigation, and there's not enough. I mean, we're probably tomorrow or the next day. Maybe we'll get some people from Endair in here, but from what I heard, they've been locking down their borders, and Kavishner's been under siege for the past few
Yeah,
weeks.
that tracks.
I doubt they have the men to spare to come out this far.
Alright.
Guess it's up
Well,
to
I
us.
suppose let's get to work then investigating the West Wing.
So we
And-
can find out who this imposter was.
It's Rob Lowe.
I think this is a good place to end it for tonight.
Mhm.
10:40.
No, that's done.
It's a pretty good note to end on, I think.
Very interesting. Very
In the meantime, let's everyone's favorite part about D&D, XP. So, you guys get some XP for just existing.
That's kind.
150, right?
Best kind of XP. 50 times 9.
Oh,
Yep,
because
'cause
we're
it's
a
your
new
level.
Because y'all are level 9. 50 times 9. You didn't do any combat. Did anyone complete a short-term goal?
Hey, I did combat.
Yeah, but it was like fake combat.
Yeah, but you didn't actually beat anyone.
Yeah, they probably would have beat you in a fight. So,
Yeah, they're pretty cool.
they're pretty cool. They're the
Um,
same level as you, by the way. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, I don't think we complete a short-term goal though. I think once
I would
we
say that
determine-
getting to Chester and seeing the bodies would be one.
I think a short-term goal would probably be more of
Finding
identifying
who
who the
the-
imposter is and the murderer.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I would say finding
Alright.
out who the imposter is would be a short-term goal. Because short-term goals you get a lot of XP for.
Yeah.
But you guys definitely attuned to a new magic item, so that's pretty
wow.
cool.
Yeah, I feel like
Does he
everyone did.
multiply by how many different types of magic
No,
items?
it's
Like,
just
you know,
one.
lists for each condition. Did anyone
9
invoke
times
their
25.
Klondike or Claw to make? I guess you Frosier definitely did.
Yeah.
Holly and Kuriel. 9 times 25 plus. You developed a new or existing relationship in a meaningful way. I would.
Heck yeah, we gave that priest a bunch of money.
Yeah,
I was going to say with
Holly.
Holly and
Yeah,
Kyria
yeah.
in a new way.
That's the more realistic one, but I also think giving that man 1,000
yeah. You just made this man's day.
years.
Really
Yeah.
100
2
yeah.
decades, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys, character discovered a piece of interesting, useful, and/or secret lore about the world or NPC.
Well, your mom was very powerful.
We knew it wasn't Frosier.
I think
so
Yeah,
we
but,
knew that
I mean-
though. Frosier knew that already.
I'd say that only that would count like when we learned about the imposter.
I mean, do you consider the whole candlestick thing a part of the world, or
Like the
No,
investigation.
I wouldn't say. I wouldn't say so.
I would count that. I would maybe count that towards the next one. A character used a skill or spell to solve a problem in an interesting or meaningful way. Since you rolled so high, I would count that as meaningful.
I'd agree with that towards that. For
Yeah.
Yeah.
the other
Otherwise, we wouldn't know that this was more than a emulation.
Yeah, it was a murder first and not a.
Yeah, it was murder. That was an arson.
Mhm.
You guys didn't take a perilous journey. You guys took a journey, but you didn't take a perilous one.
No.
You didn't even make it roll perception.
Yeah, well, you guys are level 9 at this point. Simple traveling on a road is gonna kill you. Like,
Yeah.
It could. With
And
our
also,
luck,
like,
it
this is a
actually-
very well-traveled
Yeah, it is.
road, too,
If
back
you
and
guys
forth.
to, like the Twilight Forest again, yeah, I would have made you roll. Like,
Yeah,
come on.
totally.
Dumb idea to ever try and do that.
You'd also have to roll survival checks to see if you accidentally stumble in the Feywild again.
We lost the person who was good at
God.
survival.
Wait, who's good at survival?
Soham was.
Oh,
Yeah, because he had a high wisdom.
Eventually, he switched, and then he was not wisdom based anyway. But anyway, a character failed a significant roll.
I don't think you really did particularly bad. The only thing I could think of would be the hypnotic gaze, but even then, I don't think that really impacted anything.
And a character took actions that made a major impact in the world or local area for better or worse.
revealing himself to his friends.
I don't think that's made an impact just yet. I
You
think
said major, right?
Probably will.
Major impact in the world or local
Yeah.
area for better or worse.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Okay.
Okay, that is.
That's a total of 1,350 XP.
Your total is 51,530.
You guys got a little ways to go.
Yeah.
10th level.
Yeah.
But
All right.
Long road.
good.
Yeah,
Um,
Alex, I'm gonna hit you up tomorrow.
Okay, cool. Yeah, just message me whenever on Discord or text
I'll
me.
probably do it after work. That
Okay,
works.
cool. Around what
Um,
time will that be?
6, maybe?
After 6 is when you're done with work?
No, I'm done with work at like 5.
Oh,
So
okay.
I'll probably message
Cool.
you around
Alex,
6.
stream.
Stream? Oh, yes, the stream. Okay.
This is what I have
Okay.
to do.
Goodbye. Thank you for watching.
All
Bye.
that good stuff.
Yeah, like and subscribe, whatever. I don't know if people are actually watching this
Dan,
anyway.